All right, showtime, people, come on. Gotta get the show on the road. You, get on your laptop over there. You, wake up. I want to see some movement over you. You, press that button. Check the chat. How's our YouTube going? Boss is here. Everybody get up. Yeah, that's right. It's me, little old Zenjamin. Not so small no more. You want to know why? Because it's my birthday. Hey, I'm the birthday boy. Look at me. Oh, what's this over here? Take a look at this. It's a little birthday cake. It's a little birthday cake for a little Zenjamin like myself. Hey, don't mind if I do. Okay, good. There's the other people. Hey, YouTube comments coming through. That's what I like to see. Hello, Ian. Hello, Harlan. Hello, Ian again. Hello, Gary. Welcome, everybody. We got the whole hello, Scott Cookson. We got the Cooksons in the house. Happy birthday. Kevin Robinson, yes, sir. We are seeing YouTube comments for the time being. If you're wondering what's going on, we did a stream yesterday, day one of our 2-day 18th birthday celebration. It's a birthday bonanza. And unfortunately, at the very beginning, we had some issues with the YouTube comments. Fortunately, Di and Casey and Jake were able to get everything working. So we are now up and running, and welcome to you to day 2 of Zenescope's 18th anniversary birthday stream. Thank you for joining us on a Friday, wherever you may be, in the car of your office parking lot, in your bathroom, in the back class of your child's school presentation, wherever you may be watching us from. Thank you for joining us today. And if you're wondering what the heck's going on, well, we got some cool sales segments coming to you in a little bit. We're going to be offering some exclusive products. So if you see something that you like, see something that you want to nab for yourself, or maybe somebody you like, or maybe somebody you hate, who knows? Put the corresponding product code into the comments section, and that product shall be yours. God bless you. Bless you on this 18th birthday, this holy of days. And if you've never bought from us before, please do us a solid. Send your shipping information to VCons, that's VCONS, at Zenescope.com. VCons at Zenescope.com. That way, if you got a fun, funky username, we know who we're sending the product to. We're getting the comics in the people's hands. That's what we want to do. Also, speaking of comics, now would be an excellent time to say that tonight's stream, or I should say today's, is sponsored by our good friends at CGC. CGC Collectibles. You can submit your comics, video games, trading cards, sports cards, and hold the phone, VHS tapes. Am I reading that right? That's true right there. I can't believe it, folks. No matter what you want graded, head on over to CGC. You can check them out online. Or if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, like us, later on in July, you can bring all of your cool collectibles to CGC and get those graded at the show. Also, special shout out to our good friends at Sidekick Supplies. Are you looking to protect your wonderful comic collection in either a short box or long box or some other comic containing apparatus? Look no further than Sidekick Supplies. Head on over to their website. We will be giving away 2 of these for free at the end of the stream today. We'll be doing a competition, a little snail race, if you will, with anybody who purchases. So you buy something today, you might get one of these. Anything new for today that wasn't here yesterday? Yes, Ian Payne, there will be some new products. If you had not heard, we will be interviewing the legendary, the myth, the man, Paul Green. He will be on the stream later today at 2 o'clock. So you better believe that we are having some Paul Green focused products later on. So please stay tuned for that. Also, special shout out to our good friends, Hot Flips. Hot Flips is a proud sponsor of Zenescope, always protecting our art prints, our comics, our bags and boards, those dings, those bends that you don't need. Hot Flips gets rid of them, guaranteed. So I think without further ado, one last thing, we do have a like goal for today. So if you bounce on over to YouTube, Ian, my man, Ian, you got it, dude. We got 90 likes, 27 right now. Not bad. We have a little room for improvement, as my gym teacher would say. That's the trick. You start off, I can only do 2 push-ups. But then by the end of the year, you're graded by improvement. So check it out, dude. I'm doing 10. There you
That's
go.
why I would never do one at the beginning of the year. Like, I just fall.
Yeah.
And as long as I did one at the end, I improved.
Yeah, not for nothing. If they tell you how the game is going to be scored, you better believe that you're playing the game.
Exactly.
You know, they set the rules, you're following them. You're judged by improvement, and that's what we're looking to do here. So definitely stay tuned for that Paul Green interview. We also got Dave Wohl. Like us on YouTube. If we get 90 likes on YouTube, we will be giving away this beautiful black and white, and I gotta be careful because this one's a demo actually, but that black and white Liesl Van Helsing Vampire Slayer statue. One lucky winner will be going home with that, and if we get 90 likes, everybody who likes the stream will be going home with a free random metal magnet. How fun! Spend over $100 today, get a free pack of cereal cards. Spend over $250, get yourself a free mystery envelope. Hello, John. Hello, Eddie. Yes, we succeeded yesterday, John, and we actually, on a rare moment for Zenescope, we did the raffle at the end of the stream.
It was Victor Presley.
Victor Presley. Excellent memory, Casey. Thank you very much. So without further ado, you guys want to jump into some sales?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Give me a chance to eat more crumpet. Yes, unfortunately, Jason is not here with us today. He's soaking up the sun, getting that summer breeze as the, who sings Summer Breeze? Is that Isley Brothers? No. Summer breeze makes me feel
like
fine.
Infomercial.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
Literally like 2 a.m. and it would just be like blasting through the TV.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Summer breeze, baby. That's where Jason is. You have been liked. Thank you, Carol.
Seals and Croft.
Seals and Croft. You know what, Rob? I believe it. I do think that I'm not familiar with that particular version. Like, I think it's, I want to say it's like a Cool in the Gang or something, but I would not be surprised if Seals and Crofts probably did it first. I lost my mind when I realized the Blues Brothers did like 80% covers. All right, let's move on. Let's see what we got for sale today. We're starting off with pack number 1, which contains the following items. Ha! So we got that Gretel Meguro icon cover on the far left. We've also got Gretel featured on our Keith Garvey June color burst. Got a little Mike Krome action in there as well. And if you are looking to complete your sticker board, your collector's club for 2023, that Paul Green that Paul Green cover that you're seeing second from the right, that is going to contain the sticker that you need to finish your sticker board. And on the far right, you see that John Royal diamond cover. That's part of our diamond retail incentive program. That is only going to be available in pack number 1. We will not be offering that last book at any point later on during the stream. So if you like that John Royal, if you say, holy cow, I need that book in my collection ASAP, then you got to grab pack number 1, because pack number 1 is going to be your only place to get it. So again, we got that Meguro, Gretel, at the very beginning. Got a little Keith Garvey action, little Mike Krome action coming at you. We've got the Paul Green Collectors Club containing the sticker for today's stream, as well as the pack 1 exclusive John Royal Diamond Collectible cover. So those are all the books that are available in pack 1. Some of them will be offered later on in the stream, so stay tuned. But if you're looking to get that John Royal, highly recommend that you do it now, as this will be one of your only options.
Yes, Gary, you got it yesterday.
Gary, if you did not hear Casey, you got pack 1 yesterday. But don't let us stop you from getting 2, dude. You want 2? You want 3? Heck, you got 4. Done. Put her down for 7. Kate, it says 7 packs. Just joking. There's that Paul Green sticker. If you're looking to complete your sticker board, that's going to be this puppy right over here. Sha-sha-sha. And again, as you can tell, and I already pointed out yesterday, I know I'm falling a little behind. I missed out on my Catch 'em March Fire Dog sticker. But
Wait, you could put one of the
a wild card?
on.
What a wonderful idea, Casey. That's right. If you're playing the game, as we mentioned, speaking of our gym class reminiscing, if you're playing according to the game, we do offer some wild cards to fill in those empty spaces. So stay tuned. because they will be coming through eventually. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the stream.
I think there's one out already. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're the Elias one?
Yeah.
Elias. I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Either way, I think there's still more coming. You've still got 6 months until we're halfway through. Oh, that's right, Gary. I hope everything's going well with the electricity, because I know you guys had some crazy storms down there. So hopefully you're doing all right. Thank you so much for joining in today.
She sent me pictures on beacons.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's scary. God, well, bless you, Gary, for tuning in today. I hope you and all of your loved ones stay safe down there with all these crazy conditions.
Thank you, Trent.
All right, moving on. Thank you, Trent. In case you know, electric, I back for 75% of people. Signals suck. Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, inmates running the asylum. Yes, the monkeys have taken over the zoo, Phil Zill. We are running wild. We're drinking. Where's my monkey venom at? I've been leaving bottles of monkey venom all over the office, actually. Thank you. This is where it's, listen, monkey venom is not easy to come by.
Well, can you explain to us how you retrieve the monkey venom?
I don't know if that's for this stream.
If you have to ask, you're not ready to know.
Exactly. Wonderful, Jake. I couldn't have put it better myself. There are some questions that just should be left unanswered, and one of them is, how does Noah get his monkey venom? I'll give you a hint. It starts with a monkey. And I'll tell you one more thing. The monkeys, they don't want to give that venom up. It is not easy. That much I can tell you. But if you're looking for a little caffeine, you're looking for that energy you need to host a virtual convention, monkey venom. All right, moving on. Pack number 2. As the French would say. As our lovely French. Casey, you know how much I love the French. You know how much I love the French. I was talking about the French all morning. I love their shamrocks. I love their potatoes. I love their green and orange and white flag. I love the French. Love them. Pack number 2.
I love Miraculous.
Miraculous?
Or
The
Miraculous,
ladybug?
ladybug, yes.
I do like Miraculous Ladybug.
Yes.
Dude, the French, again, conversation for another stream, but the French animation and Franco-Belgian comics, it's works of art. They're doing some fantastic stuff over there. So shout out to the French. Collectively, pack number 2, we got some of the books you see there, all of them Z-rated. There is a book that is only available in this pack as well. We'll be offering up some of those. Bam! Thank you very much, Casey. That Mike Krome topless bell cover is only available in pack number 2. So if you were looking to get it, this is the only opportunity that you're going to have to acquire it. You're saving a good bit of money with this pack to begin with, but having that exclusive is a nice little gift in there. I see Chad was looking to see if he got packs 1 and 2 yesterday.
I got them down for today.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Chad. We got you. No worries. No double and no nothing. You're good. Hello, Larry. Good to see you again. Hope all is well with you and yours.
Phil, what about democracy? Huh?
What about it, man?
What about revolution?
You call friggin' guillotines in the street democracy? I think not. Let us not forget all those crazy rebel rousers over there.
What kind of lettuce?
What kind of lettuce?
Romaine.
Do the French have lettuce? The French don't know about lettuce.
You say lettuce, not forget.
Oh, I like Kiera. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna need more of that. That's the type of quality that I want to see on stream here today. I need more puns. All right. More romaine. More puns, romaine. I don't know. Whatever. Moving on. After pack number 2, we got book number 1. Come in. Pacha. Bam. Thank you very much. That is the Meguro Icon collectible cover. If you haven't been keeping up, Meguro has been doing these for us since the beginning of the year. Eric Basaldua, shout out to you, Ebass, did the entire Icon series last year. This is the Meguro cover for Gretel for the month of June. If you have not already grabbed that, excellent time to do it. Only $25 and complete your Meguro Icon collection. I understand if you like a specific character, but I don't know. I feel like you got to have all of them, especially if they're all Meguro. And they're all icons. And they're all our characters, dare I say, iconic. Moving on. Book number 2. Give me 2. Book number 2 is our $25 June swimsuit color burst cover. This is part of another series that we've been doing. That's Keith Garvey. And if you do not have it, I highly recommend another for our silent majority. Excellent question. Larry Youngner is asking when and if double ups will be acceptable. Kiara, what do you think? Should we open up or wait until recap?
We'll probably open up on most things right now.
Yeah?
I wouldn't do it for Collectors Club later.
Okay.
I'd wait until recap for Collectors Club.
All right. So you want to say double up on book number 1, double up on book number 2?
Yeah.
All right. If you want to, Eddie Hernandez is saying wait for recap though.
Well, I haven't picked Eddie Hernandez's name at all, so.
Oh, all right. So tell you what, we are going to allow double ups for more of the exclusive, difficult to find books. If you already ordered it yesterday or ordered it earlier. Excellent question from Richard. How does this work? Yes. So, Richard, all you have to do, if you've never purchased from us before, which, by the way, welcome. We're so happy to have you. If you've never bought from us before, all you have to do is send an email with your shipping information to vcons@zenescope.com. That's VCONS @zenescope.com. That way, just, we know who to send the products to, where to send the products to. And all you have to do if you want to claim a product is type the corresponding product code into the comment section below, and it shall be yours as long as there's not a limited quantity. We do have some of these books that we're offering today that are limited quantities. We'll let you know if double ups are available, but we want to give everybody an opportunity to grab it. A friendly reminder, we are pulling from multiple social media sources today. So Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you don't see your name in a comment or whatever, just be aware that we are pulling from multiple comments. But double ups available on book 1 and book 2. All you have to do is throw those in the comments and they shall be yours. I see Larry's grabbing one, Brandon's getting one, and Richard, if you want one, all you got to do, let us know. Moving on to book number 3. Book number 3. Let's see what we got. Damn, I got to time that better. But we're good. We're moving. Book number 3, Mike Krome, June Livestream Collectible cover. Limited to $200 and only $30. Now, Casey gave us a wonderful insight into the creative process yesterday. Casey informed me, and I don't think I knew this, although looking back on it, I think we did look at the image on the Google Drive because I think it's there. But Casey pointed out that originally the color for this icing, this dripping, what have you, was a nice deep chocolate brown.
Yes, it was.
And although we definitely, I love chocolate myself, I'm a big fan. It takes a different appearance when on the torso of a semi-topless woman.
She's completely topless.
Well, I mean,
semi about that.
Semi, she's got icing. Would you consider icing the top?
No.
You wouldn't?
It's too sticky to be a top.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I feel like if it's something to wear, You don't think that, like, people have edible clothing, they make like edible
I guess,
underwear.
what do you define as clothing?
Listen, if we can break down logic and we can say that like a taco is a sandwich, or
Who says
like
that?
Yeah, who agrees with
some
that?
people say that.
It's
Casey
more-
said, Casey,
No, a taco is not a sandwich.
I would say it's more of a wrap.
The taco is a taco.
It's its own thing.
A hot dog is a taco,
A
though.
burrito is a wrap.
a burrito is a wrap, but do you think a hot dog's a sandwich?
A hot dog is not a sandwich. A hot dog is a taco.
I don't understand why a hot dog wouldn't be. You got two bread, one bread, two bread.
See, no,
meat
Sir
in the middle.
John's got it. A taco is not a sandwich, but a hot dog is a taco. It's all about the cube rule of food. When we need time to stall,
The
bring
cube
me up
rule.
here.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. We got more time. I gotta know what this cube
Yes!
rule is. Casey is right. I don't know. Casey's bad opinions. The show. Thank you, Phil Zill.
Oh.
Oh no, we need.
Her last name?
That's what we needed. We needed to bring the weight down.
Wow.
Alright, oh, yeah, it's Trent had a thing. He wants to cancel his book read from yesterday because he got it back one today.
I got it.
Okay.
All right, taken care of. Trent, thank you very much for letting us know. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or issues about your order or your attempted orders, please don't hesitate to email us at vcons@zenescope.com. We can always try and work with you after the fact and get things sorted away. Obviously, when things are happening live and on camera across multiple social media platforms, things can get a little funky. But
Chad Mark says we're insane.
I don't know.
It's not insanity.
Do you? Here's a question,
Logic.
and then I'll hop on to book number 4. But is a Pop-Tart a dumpling? Because Sir John is saying Pop-Tart's a dumpling.
No, it's a Pop-Tart is a ravioli.
All right, but is a ravioli a dumpling?
No.
Why?
I don't know what a dumpling is. Maybe it's just
A dumpling? It's the same thing as ravioli.
No.
You don't think so? You got your outside. All right, I guess I'm just wrong today.
Yeah, dumplings and raviolis are similar.
They have
Similar,
consistency,
yeah.
Similar, but it all comes together at one point. Whereas the ravioli is kind of more of like a cube, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Well, you know,
Then why wouldn't ravioli be out? Let's move on. We got David Ross for book number 3. Book number 4, tiny little pasties.
Oh.
The cute, smallest little pasties you ever did see. Thank you very much, Casey, and her digital wizardry, digital witchcraft, providing us with the smallest possible pasties. Unfortunately, Jason is not here to defend himself, but this was the work that he submitted. Jason, I'm so sorry. I can't give you any points for this censorship, sir. It's good. I give you some points, I will say, for consistency. Like you got your classic Zenescope Z-rated bar. But Casey's definitely got the initiative, and as far as censorship goes, I don't know. I know, Chad. I'm sorry. It's like, he's doing it remote. He's stickering remotely because he's not here today. Oh, but Phil Zill does have a good point, because maybe the classic Z-rated bar.
Oh, is it like, leave more than the imagination?
Not for nothing, but I kind of like when you leave it more to the imagination. You don't need crazy explicit scenes in movies when you can just have the detective, put a gun in his holster and then roll credits. You know what that means.
I think if they're paying $100 for a book, they should see as much of it as they can.
Well, when they spend $100 for it, yes.
That's what the French were talking about.
The French. How we love them. All right, moving on. Book number 5.
Yeah, I got it. Sure, go for it. Okay, number 5.
Number
That's the one that's all the way at the
5.
bottom.
Dress 5.
2 bar.
There it goes. Yeah. Cool. Yay.
Book number 5, $100, Keith Garvey. That is part of our June swimsuit color burst collection, and only $99. $100 and limited to $99. Oh, is there a list for pack number 1? Says Eric J. Hansen.
Right above you.
Yes. See, if you just scroll, boom, there it is. Thank you to Casey for posting that in the comments section. Jason wins in abstention. Yes, so book number 5, if you want to type it into the comments section, and shall be yours. We want double ups on book 5 and the like. But double ups, you think? Yeah, double up. Go crazy. Go nuts. Go insane. It's a birthday. Have a party. October wants to know if he made it in Pack 1 yesterday. While they're looking that up, I just want to let everybody know, if you're a VIP, you are cordially invited to the VIP event, August 11th and 12th, located here in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Come on down. Most creators at a show, most attendees at a show, but still relatively small amounts, so you get that personal interaction with the creative teams, the writers, the artists, no crazy giant massive lines or 2-hour waiting periods, that type of stuff. I think that's one of the benefits about our VIP conventions is we try and give you all the fun, excitement, and entertainment of a regular sized convention, but much more intimate. Very few other places could you have a beer with, Ebass or watch, Keith Garvey just hand out free drawings on bar napkins. So wonderful opportunities. If you have not bought your ticket, go and do so now. Did we see if October got that book or that pack?
I put it in for today.
We got you, October. Thank you for letting us know. Moving on from book number 5, let's take a look at book number 6. Book number 6 is going to be that topless variant of the Mike Krome book that you saw earlier. Limited to only $75. I think this book was in pack number 2. So if you have pack number 2, you should already have this book coming to you. However, if you want another one, I won't fault you. I understand. I would get multiple myself. So please feel free. If you want book 6, throw it in the comments and it will be yours. Kyle said, I shared a taxi with Ebass at NOLA. I want to hear that story because that must have been crazy. Ebass is definitely the rock star, living the rock star life. But anytime that we have him at a convention, it's an absolute blast. He was just there recently with us in New Orleans, and I think he also did our Vegas event the year prior. So we always try and get some of the Zenescope favorites, some of our big name cover artists. RJ, we got you for book 6. David, we got you for book 6. I see a Kenneth. I see a Larry. You guys are all good to go. We got you for a book number 6. But yes, artists coming to the VIP event in August. The long-awaited, highly anticipated Sun Kumanaki making her debut. We've got John Royal coming in from across the pond, again, making his VIP debut. We've got Elias Chad Zudis. We've got Anthony Spey. Who else we got? Mike DeBalfo. That's right. Apologies to Mike DeBalfo. How could I forget? Pat Shan, Jenna Lynn Wright. We got Joe. We got Ralph. We got 2 Daves. And
That's 11 right there.
that's 11. And we got the rest of the Zenescope crew. The Zenescope Dream Team. Yes, Gary, we can see YouTube comments today. Thank you, everybody, for your patience yesterday, sticking around. I hate technical difficulties. I know you guys at home hate technical difficulties as well. So I always appreciate with me sticking around so we can get things figured out. But ready to move on to the next book. Let's see what we got. That is going to be book number 7. That is book number 7, a Paul Green Collectors Club. This one, I think we're going to make sure that everybody gets one first before we do double ups. But stay tuned for the recap. But if you're looking to complete your 2023 Collectors Club sticker board, as mentioned before, this is that book that's going to come with a sticker. Stephen, excellent question. As of now, we don't have a live stream planned for Philly. Sometimes we've done it where we've gone to New Orleans or we've gone to Las Vegas, where we've done a live stream from within the store. I don't think there are any plans as of now to do that for the VIP event. But we do have some other classic events happening going on at the same time. So Friday night, we're going to have the little soiree, the welcome party, Drink tickets will be available as well as hors d'oeuvres. And then Saturday, we are going to be doing our main event, followed by an after party, which I'm told is going to have burlesque. I haven't seen that. Like, I mean, I guess it's been on paper, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Either way, I'm excited. If they are not like Zenescope burlesque dancers, I would very much like to see Zenescope themed burlesque dancers. And I'll even take like a Shang or a Sinbad or something. You know, the ladies, I feel like people go nuts for a Sinbad. Just my 2 cents. That's my piece, Chrissy. All right. Book 7. If you want to complete your collector's club, look no further. Type book 7 into the comments and it shall be yours. Only $25. Dare I say, a steal of steals. And right now, I think this is the only place. We did a flash sale, but I think that's ended, correct? For this book particularly?
Yeah.
So I think right now, this might be the only place that you can get it. But either way, Phil Zill said burlaps. I don't think that the burlap show is going to be as exciting as the burlesque show, unfortunately. Ian Payne, 49 likes. Thank you, Ian, for being our eye in the sky. We will definitely keep checking on that if you wouldn't mind checking on that as well. 90 likes. Everybody that purchases in today's stream will be getting one of those random magnets celebrating 18 years of Zenescope. And one lucky viewer will be going home with that black and white signature Liesl Van Helsing statue. So, book number 7. Moving on to book number 8. Yeah, I was pretty close. And we almost had it that time. This is our, no, we'll get it. We need some music. Like if we had like some drums, you know, something in the background to keep us, or even a metronome.
It's hard when there's a delay.
That's true. Yeah. What are you going to do?
No bossa nova.
No bossa nova.
We don't have clearance.
Bossa nova, the official music genre of Zenescope Entertainment.
Gone but never forgotten.
Gone but never forgotten. We'll find some more bossa nova. Listen, I'm telling you, for those of you wondering why we're talking about bossa nova, one of our recent videos was copyright claimed on YouTube. I was using what I assumed was public domain bossa nova jams. I don't know that too many people are concerned about like, oh man, I got to get my 10 cents on that bossa nova song. Oh, geez. So I don't know. We'll find some more bossa nova. Oh yeah, a little bit of that. Book number 8. Put it in the comments.
Two bells.
Oh,
Times.
yeah, I guess I could do that.
Yeah.
Bells bossa nova?
I don't know, but
I want the bossa nova. I want elevator quality music. Quit harshing my vibes. Nick!
Yard.
It's Nick, everybody. Nick!
Yard.
How's sports going, Nick? How you doing?
Pirate the bossa nova.
Pirate the bossa nova! Great idea, Nick. Thank you very much. Yard. Thank you. Nick, everybody. Resident pirate head.
Copyright claim that, you jerks.
Yeah. Nice try. All right. Book number 9. Let's move on. That is going to be the topless version of the Collectors Club book. Limited to 100 copies, and as a result, only $100. If you were looking, let's see. Again, Casey's, and see, this is it's just not fair because Jason can't defend himself. For those of you who are,
That's terrible. I'm missing Wall. You know, I want to see some Wall behind her, and I'm missing.
Oh!
I'm missing panels.
Wow, I didn't even think about
I'm
that.
missing arm. I'm missing some of her tattoos.
Yeah.
This is truly some of his worst work.
That's a mystery. Like what's happening right behind the what's happening there? I don't know. There's a black bar. I don't know. To each their own, whether you prefer a solid black rectangle or you prefer the delicately applied digital pasties.
we're going back in time to like the original VCon days.
Gonna go back in time.
Dude, we're gonna get copyright.
Ah, crap! Dang it! I didn't even think about that. All right, no more singing, no more references. I don't want anything that could get us shut down.
No fun.
No fun. I'm no fun. They call me No Fun Noah. You want to know why? Because I'm all business. Look at me. There's nothing funny about this. I'm serious. So let's see book number 9. Larry, we got you. David, we got you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Special shout out to all the VIPs who we saw in Awesome Con. I know we had a lot of them, and it was definitely the highlight of my convention having you all there. I should say, if you guys are going to be in the Hershey, Pennsylvania area, we are doing a surprise show at Hershey Comic Con next weekend. I think that's July 1st and July 2nd, July 3rd, one of those Julys. So if you are in the 717, aka the sweetest place on earth, you're looking to get some Venici's pizza, you're looking to get, I don't know, maybe if you're a tourist, you want to go to Chocolate World, do the Great Chocolate Tour, get a little free sample, always fun. There's tons of stuff to do in Hershey, and I'm super excited. Be sure to come and check us out if you are there. A lot of comic book legends, too. So please, come check it out. Yes, Phil. That is where, tell you, if you come, Phil, if you come specifically to the Hershey show, I will make a custom chocolate-covered woman cover for you. Custom.
Wow.
How are you gonna do that?
Chocolate.
On one of our wonderful blank sketch covers.
No, it's going to be me.
Oh.
I'm going to have chocolate. I'm going to be covered in chocolate. I'm going to be...
You're the chocolate covered woman?
Yes. Noah coming this summer. Noah Mitchell is the chocolate-covered woman.
Duck.
You've never seen a film as sweet as this.
Can you go by Noel?
Noelle?
Yes.
No, I feel like there are some female Noahs out there.
Okay.
Far and few between, but I'll stick with what I got. I'm a proud Noah. All right, moving on. Book number 9. You want it, you got it. Throw it in the comment section. It will be yours. A little Paul Green for our Paul Green theme today. Moving on to showcase number 1. Showcase number 1 is, of course, our cosplay subscription. We've done a few of these in the past. This is our most recent. Special shout out to Dave and Paul for collaborating and creating this wonderful piece. I think because Dave normally has a little bit of insight into like which character should be on which cover, who should be cosplaying as what. So the decision to turn lemon heads into lemon eyes and put Robin Hood in there. I tip my dragon head to you, sirs. Excellent work. Now, I will say, Casey, Jason is providing a little competition for you there.
No.
Not at all?
There's barely any nip in that one to begin with.
Oh my, Jason, I'm fighting for you, man. I'm trying to be Team Jason here. Poor guy. That's what happens, man. He's slacking. You're bebopping and scatting, and he's slacking. I'm losing it. Showcase number 1. Throw it in there, and it is yours. Rob Pete saying the banner code is a little funky, but don't worry about it. We know what you want. Grimm Fairy Tales Quarterly HD.
Queen of Hearts Queen.
Ah.
Oh, it should be Cindy versus Queen of Hearts.
It all comes out.
But
Also,
it's not though, because it's the 73. Because I checked on the back when I opened it up yesterday.
do you want me to take a look?
Sure, take a look, Noah.
All right, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn around.
Ah,
I'm not giving any oopsies.
wow.
You know why? No fun.
No,
It should be GFT 73 is the story inside.
Yeah.
And then our Shopify code is different. It's what's on the spreadsheet.
I shouldn't have even tried.
No.
Shouldn't have even tried with the lemon heads. Are we going to get sued for saying lemon heads?
I don't know.
I don't think so. It's a head made of a lemon.
Well, that used to be a term towards blonde people.
Really?
Yep.
Hey, lemon head,
Yeah.
get over here. Make yourself useful. That's awful. that's not fun at all. Wow, I don't know. I don't like that. I feel bad. I apologize to all of our lemon heads in the audience. All right, so I am seeing the like that's I am seeing the viewer count go up as this stream continues, as people sneak out of their office cubicle and quick watch. So friendly reminder: 90 likes on YouTube. Thank you, Ian. Yes, Ian being our digital enforcer. 90 likes. Check it out. One person will be going home with the black and white Van Helsing statue, and everybody and their mother will be going home with a free random metal magnet. Put it on your fridge in the kitchen. Put it on the fridge in your rumpus room. Put it on the fridge in your garage. Put it on something else that has magnetic capabilities. Put it wherever you want. It's your magnet. Use it when you need it. Celebrate 18 years of Zenescope. All right, moving on. Yes, dude, Ian, I will say Ian's pulling double duty. He's hitting them up on YouTube. He's hitting them up on Facebook. He's going to their houses. Hey, hit the like button. What are you doing? Moving on. Next book. Book number. Oh, metal. Yeah, let's do that, dude. I think so. I think we got a little time. Why not? Metal number 1, $100. Limited to 15. What? Limited to 15. $100. Steal of steel. I think that was okay.
Yeah, it's a little longer. It's more and more whiny.
Steal. I'm gonna make the dogs start barking in people's houses. Can we check and see if Mike is good for number 9? Did we sell out yesterday? I think we should also check.
We did not sell out. Mike Mullen is not on the list for book 9, so we can put him on for today.
Mike, we got you for book number 9. Glad we did not sell out that metal comic, especially if it's only limited to 15. Phil, excellent question. As you know, VIP is a VIP for life. It is very much like a blood bond of sorts. So Shannon is going to be VIP.
God.
What's up?
It's Sharon.
That's what I said. Shannon.
You said Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon. That's her name.
Ugh.
Hey, Shannon.
She's gonna hate you.
She already does. She's like, who's this nut job? Who's this goofball?
Who keeps gaslighting my dog?
Gaslighting both Casey and Shannon. Double gaslight. Call me a Victorian lamp because I'm gaslighting. All right. Metal number 1. Throw it in the comments. As long as we have enough and we did not sell out, it will be yours. No double ups on metal number 1. None. Zilch. How are we looking? Looking good, feeling good. Moving on to metal number 2. Metal number 2 is a Cute Bones. Who came up with that yesterday? Was that Eric? Was that Eddie?
I don't remember.
Somebody had a great code name for this book, and I love it. Cute Bones. You know, a little ketchup, something or another. Michael F is asking, will this cover become a metal card or metal XL card?
As of right now, there's no plans, but that doesn't mean there isn't plans for, like, we won't use it for the future.
As the French would say, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, we'll see.
But as of right now, there's no plans.
There are no plans.
Were any of the original ones made into metal cards?
I know I've been using some of the old birthday book ones for XL cards, and then there is going to be a promo card from a previous year that's being released this month. Or,
And there are the coins now, right?
Yeah, challenge coins.
Yeah.
oh, you mean this? I thought you meant birthday. The
No, the catch 'em.
Ketchum? There's never been that.
Never mind.
No, just the comic
And the coins.
and the coins now.
Comics and the coins. All right, let's go on. I think if we're all squared away, nobody's sold out. We're not double booking, nothing like that. And we'll move on to medal number 3. Get a jolt out of this cover. It's sure to shock your senses. Met with thunderous applause. Storming through. What else we got? Nothing?
Oh, that covers less.
All right, thank you, Phil. Somebody out there is working. Kiera, I expected a lot more out of you after that first one.
I know. Well, you threw them all out there. There's too many that you did.
I gotta cover my bases, man.
You shockingly did so well.
That's good. I'll take it. Get a charge. I like that, Trent. Thank you.
We answered Brandon's question.
Brandon saying, speaking of the challenge coins, when do we get the next one? That's an excellent question, Brandon. Kiera, do you know?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us?
So if you attend San Diego, we'll be releasing the newest Zenbox, and then shortly thereafter, we'll be releasing it to the public.
Oh, so that's the Elias one, right?
What, the Zenbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that's a little bit of a. So if you're going to San Diego, then you will have first access to the Zenbox with the included challenge coin. Excellent information. Thank you very much, Kiera. Hopefully that answers your question. 1.21 gigawatts, says Phil Zill. Exactly like that. He didn't type it like that, but I knew that's how he said it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me how I know. We've been throwing in, actually, this is the third Back to the Future reference in the last 2 days. We got to slow down. All right, moving on. Medal number 4. Medal number 4. Let's see the puns for this one. We got it's hot, flaming hot, smoking, burning up.
She didn't start the fire.
She didn't start the fire. Thank you. Book was burning since the world was turning. Yes, Phil. Actually, I would love to do like a Chester Cheeto. Like I feel like if we already did, all of the cereal box mascots and Candy, which don't have mascots, but we still adapted them anyway. I feel like having some sort of, like a sexy Pringles man. Or I guess she just doesn't exist anymore, but the Land O'Lakes lady. Mrs. Butterworth, dude.
Oh.
A sexy Mrs. Butterworth?
Oh. Well, her bottle's pretty curvy already.
I know. She is. Oh, Mrs. Butterworth. Good times. All right. Medal number 4. Put it in the comments and it shall be yours. Moving on. Book number 5. Holy guacamole. Little hazy, little foggy, little howdy do day. Something.
That one's my favorite so far this year. Or Daisy, are we calling her?
Hazy, Daisy, Maisie,
Zisty.
Zisty.
I hate that.
Zisty. No, thank you. That sounds like you got some sort of like face condition. Like you need some skincare to buff out your Zisty.
Oh no.
Hey, you said it, dude. Miss D's with a Z instead of a Y. How about that?
Brandon, yes, he did.
Brandon, we got you. Thank you. Medal 5, please throw your code into the comment section if you want to claim this book. As you can see down there in the banner, there are only 15 available. We sold some yesterday. We sold some today. So if you're looking to grab one of those 15, then definitely do so now. Stephen Ponsler asks, what religion has holy guacamole?
Nacho Mama religion.
Did you just come up with that, or do you know the joke?
No.
I love it. See, where was that for the Jolteon cover?
Well, I've been on a taco kick, so all the puns are in my.
Ah, you mean a sandwich kick.
No. Tacos are not sandwiches.
If you put them on, I don't know, dude. Think about it. What's a hero, right? A sub. You got bread, opened up like that.
It's a hoagie.
But a hoagie is a sandwich.
It's a hoagie.
But so it's a taco, a hoagie.
No, because it's
A hoagie's a taco.
Get it out of here. That's the kind of backward logic I don't want to hear. How can it be one but not the other?
Oh my god. Do we have to get on cuberule.com?
This is the last medal, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if you want that medal, type medal 5 into the comments section. Are you pulling up the statistics right now on what defines food?
Yes.
Good. So this is because we got it. And this is gonna get heated.
See,
This is gonna get more heated than that last Pokemon cover. How about that? Sorry, here. What were you gonna say?
I could get behind Phil Zill saying a hero is a Greek taco or gyro, whatever pronunciation you want to partake in.
I don't know, dude.
It's the type of material that you're wrapping it around. Like a taco, because of the tortilla shell or the corn shell, or not the crunchy ones, because I don't like those. That's more of a wrap.
Well, right, but if you're not wrapping it and you're using a hard shell, then that's for sure what separates.
The hard shells should not exist.
All right, well, you try telling that to the taco industry and the proud culture that supports it. I would argue that if you get an Amoroso's bun and you freaking toast the hell out of it,
It's ruined.
You think it's ruined, but maybe somebody likes it nice and hard and crispy. And then they put their meat on it, and then they put their lettuce on it, and then they put their cheese on it, and they go, oh, man, this is going to be great. I love hard bread with food in the middle. And they take a big old chomp out of that. All right, let's thank you, Casey, for blowing this up.
I present you the cube rule of food for identifying dishes based off of starch lining. All food with starch can be categorized in these groups. Toast has a 1-layer starch. Examples of toast: pizza, sushi, a pumpkin pie slice.
So hold on. By this logic, pizza is toast.
Pizza is toast. Yes.
That's crazy talk.
Wait, isn't sushi something?
Sushi is not toast.
Sushi, there's a separate category.
This kind of sushi, the nigiri sushi.
Oh.
Okay, but then what's the difference between that and a wrap? Because then is sushi a wrap? Is a sushi a gyro?
Well, it depends. It depends how you fold it.
Well, this is saying that the sushi is its own thing. I think I don't agree with this at all. Is the calzone is its own thing, because calzone is just a folded pizza, so that's just toast. If we're using that logic.
I see Ian Sharp. Pizza's just super fancy toast. At least it's better than the friggin' avocado toast. You can't just put avocado on toast and charge $10 for it.
And a Big Mac is a stomachache waiting to happen, so it's nothing.
Interesting.
Salads are things that don't have any starch in it. So, for example, steak is a salad.
Get the hell out of here! We're breaking down.
This hasn't been peer reviewed.
It has been.
By who?
Well, no, Phil Zill's got a good point here, based solely on the
As
pensmanship.
The Washington Post, Maryland Court, and the Wheatley Award.
Those aren't peers.
Malarkey. That's where it is. Is a hot dog a hoagie?
I would say that more than a sandwich.
But a hoagie's a sandwich.
No, it's not.
I think a hoagie is a sandwich, actually.
Well,
A
when the
submarine sandwich, a hoagie.
when the
a hero.
bun rips, then sure, it's a sandwich at that point. But when it's connected and nice and solid,
When you you go to Wawa, I mean, aren't they like, aren't all hoagies and stuff classified as sandwiches?
I don't know, but Trent has a very unifying comment. It all comes out the same in the end. The great unifier, all equals within the toilet bowl. Wonderful, Trent. Lovely and poetic. All right, well, we got a little bit of time here before our Paul Green interview. So, what's that over there? You guys see this? You see this over here? You don't think, is this what I think it is? I think it is. Dare I say, Zenescope's new Art of Cosplay Zenflix and Chill art book. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, that's right. We're doing a new Kickstarter. If you backed the previous Kickstarter and you are VIP, thanks guys. You should have VIP points on your account equal to that transaction. If not, send us an email to vip@zenescope.com and we'll double check for you. But those orders from the previous Kickstarter should be going out soon, which means it's time to ring in the new Kickstarter. And that is going to be a brand new art book, hardback from Zenescope Entertainment, almost 100 pages, more than a dozen different artists. You got that sweet Paul Green cover there. You also got a little Paul Green on the inside there. Speaking of Candy cosplays, that was the famous Zizzlers. And you got a little Dawn Mateague over here as well. A little Mike Krome connecting action. Little Sun Kumanaki, a little Elias. Anything and everything revolving cosplay could be inside this book. If you want to see more for yourself, stay tuned. Check out the Kickstarter. I believe we've already started our pre-launch, so you can go to Kickstarter.com and follow us and get more updates. We should be launching tentatively next week, but don't quote me on that. You didn't hear it from me. But if this is the art book, what's this guy over here? You don't think it couldn't possibly be? Oh my goodness, I think it is. Look at that. This is the first ever Z-rated art book from Zenescope Entertainment. All of the interiors, topless, premium, pop culture inspired pinups with a clamshell case, elegantly concealed to protect those with the more delicate sensibilities. Put it on your bookshelf, put it on your coffee table, put it wherever. Oh, look at that inside. That's only for me to see, not for you. Stay tuned. Scott says, Noah, do you know which book the cover is from? That's a great question. This one right here. Little
It's a GFT volume 4, number 12. I want to say cover E, but I could be wrong.
freaking Rain Man over here. What? How do you know that?
Because I had to look it up because I asked the same question.
Ah, interesting. So
GGT, not GFT.
you're saying it's on the Tales of Terror.
Yeah.
So once more for the surprised folks like myself, which is the cover for this? Or what book was this on?
I want to say Grimm Tales of Terror, Volume 4, Number 12, cover E?
Grimm Tales of Terror, Volume 4, Number 12, cover E, as in maybe? It might be. Who knows? Not this little dragon.
You are wrong.
Oh! Dang.
It is.
I will say I love the confidence,
You're
though.
correct, but it is letter F.
Okay, you were like wrong.
F. And F.
Alright, one letter.
Yeah.
And F is a lazy E.
I did say I wasn't sure about the letter.
I
You
am.
got one little line on the bottom.
Oh, boo-hoo.
It is a C2E2 exclusive cover.
C2E2 exclusive cover, Grimm Tales of Terror, Volume 4, Issue 12, cover letter F. Is from what I'm understanding.
Yes.
All right. Ian, good to know that you're following. Thank you for letting us know. Tony, excellent question. We should be doing our interview around 2 o'clock here once everything gets set up in the back end. And that'll probably go until about 2:30, or excuse me, what time is it? Yeah, 2:30, 2:45. And then we're going to hop back into sales after that. So if you need to go take care of some business, send some faxes, refill the water cooler, feel free to do so. But I highly recommend sticking around because good old Paul Green is going to be joining in here, and we're going to talk to him as well. What else we got? We got new Kickstarter art book coming out. Stay tuned. Hopefully next week, you might see some more news coming out about that. But we'll be posting on social media. A lot of cool exclusive add-ons. You guys are gonna lose your mind when you see this Meguro add-on. Did you see that?
For what?
The Kickstarter.
Oh, I did, yeah.
I think that's one of their best. I mean, I like a lot of the stuff that they're doing. Hopefully, I'm not giving away anything. Yes, Phil, last one is shipping soon. We have had some issues with Bicycle. As you guys may know, these cards are actually being officially licensed and manufactured by Bicycle, the premier playing card company here in the States. And we should be getting those in from Bicycle in just a little bit. But as a VIP, points should have been added to your account for your transaction. If for any reason that you think the points weren't added, please just shoot us an email at vip@zenescope.com and we'll hook you up. We'll double check. We'll make sure you're good to rock and roll. Steven, no, we gave everything away. We gave away everything. We gave away an entire parking lot worth of Zenescope Mustangs. We are, Casey, someone said it was Oprah yesterday, giving away cars. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Everybody gets a car.
Everybody pays taxes.
Yes, but we will be doing a giveaway at the end. We've got some sidekicks that we will be giving away to 2 lucky winners. So definitely stay tuned for that. And if we hit the 90 like goal, that's a big if, because we still need to see some work out there, folks. If we hit the 90 like goal, everyone will be going home with a magnet, and 1 lucky fan will be going home with that black and white Van Helsing statue. All right. I am going to what?
I don't know what that means, Phil.
I don't know either. Hey, Ian Payne says 33 more to go. So we need to see some hustling out there, people. I'm saying multiple counts. I'm saying fingers clicking like the wind. Do we want to jump into recap support sale, or do we have any more announcements we want to make while we're waiting?
We could go through the entire Cube Rule food website.
Well, here, why don't you come up here and talk about food for a second so I can check the back end, or check it and make sure that you don't have any emails.
Let me check. Oh, I should check that actually. I'll do that.
All right.
I keep you on.
You can keep me on. Are you gonna check all my contact information?
Yes.
All right. Because not for nothing, but like I got all the emails over there. I can look if.
Okay, you go with the emails.
All right, let me go take a look here. We're just gonna abandon the camera.
Okay.
Goodbye, camera.
And we can't play the Boston Nova music.
You can play Boston Nova.
Oh, no. Oh. What can I talk about? Oh, did we talk about the calendar?
You did not.
Oh, it is available online now. I don't know if anyone's gotten like a sneak preview of it, but it's really, really nice. Like it's really high quality. I don't know. I'm always like pleasantly surprised at our calendar prices, you know? Like I always think calendars are gonna be like $50 when they're bound like this, but only 20. Ooh. Ah. Oh, but it gets better because you get full art. You don't even need to know what date it is. You can just hang this up. How lovely. It's pretty nice. And it's got all of them. Oh, a good source of vitamin D. Oh, that's a good pun. Good pun. I'm impressed.
That's right. You weren't around for the cereal cover days, were you?
So I was around for, I believe the first cover I saw was actually the Van Chocula,
Okay.
which, because I came in October. So yeah, I think it was the Van Chocula was around. But yeah. What else? What else can we talk about? See the comments. Ian says, should sell something we didn't see yesterday, something like a Drax convention. We can't just no, we can't. Unfortunately, it is a lot of work to put the product ready for the VCon. So we cannot just throw something like that as soon as possible. But you can always email. Oh no, wait, is my Togepi purse? It's actually, I brought the wrong one. I'm sorry. This is my everyday one. My Togepi one's for when I go out, like in the club, you know. Then we bring the Togepi one. But thank you, Dave. I'll just send you a picture of me with it. I opened it. Half of its value is gone now. No, I touched it. It's now worth millions.
Magic touch, guys.
Yeah, I do think. No, I like how Noah just left. I don't want to like touch it, but Noah just left a half-eaten crumpet right here. Like he could have finished it. They're so small. Yeah.
Recap. Yeah.
You could finish it.
No. It's kind of funny because the first stream I ever did, everybody, you're gonna have to explain this one, Kiara. So they were just like, Casey, you're gonna come up and you're gonna eat this blueberry cereal.
Oh, that's right.
And nobody explained to me why. And I still don't know why I ate the cereal on stream.
So, I believe Gary sent Ralph a box of blueberries because he never ate it as a child.
Oh.
He's never had it.
Gotcha.
But Ralph's not in the office. And I don't know, Chris Sampson wanted to eat it. And then I think we just were there like, well, you're new, you could eat it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's what it just comes down to, is that we make the new people eat cereal.
Fascinating.
We got Draxdale in the audience.
Oh my
I will
gosh!
say, I like Edwin's suggestion to auction the half-eaten crumpet so they can clone their very own Noah.
Wow.
With DNA on it.
I already ate that crumpet. I can give you another half one.
Did you get any updates?
No, I have not received any updates. I'm waiting. I'm thinking maybe would it be in poor taste to start the backup sale, the support sale?
I don't think so. I just didn't need
Done stuff.
2 seconds, I guess.
Hopefully we'll see here. I apologize for the delay. We were trying to get in touch with Paul Green. Hopefully he should get here soon. Friendly reminder, there is a substantial time difference between where we are currently and where he is currently. But hopefully we'll hear back from him and Ralph in just a little bit. But we're going to do a little support sale just to fill the time for the interim. So let's show some new product.
Give me 1 second.
So if you were here yesterday, these are going to be some new products. 7 p.m., John. Thank you. These are going to be some new products that we didn't have available in the stream yesterday. Hopefully something that piques your interest, but it's definitely going to be related to our good friend Paul Green. I'll keep you guys posted, but hopefully we can get him on in just a little bit. I apologize again for the delay. But Drax, it's good to see you, sir. Every time you pop into the stream, it is an absolute delight. Thank you for joining us. I do think that it sounds like there's a few folks that like listen to us in the background when they do stuff. So that, I don't know, it makes me happy. It's like, I gotta get in the Zenescope zone, you know. I gotta see Zenescope. I gotta hear Zenescope. I gotta be Zenescope. I gotta get myself in the mindset of the dragon. That's my dragon.
So I was not prepared for this. I was planning on uploading these during the interview. So
Yeah, no problem, dude. We got time.
Well, you also have a hard copy, so we just need the pricing, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Just give me a second.
Just give her a second. Huh? Look at this face. Look at these little cheeks. How could you say no to this little guy, huh? He's beautiful. This is beautiful. Phil, I don't think we'll ever sell Cheshire Cat. I'm sorry. Like even for like $1 million, trillion, billion, he genuinely is one of a kind, and I think that he's. I don't know. It'd be like we're never going to give Nick away. Nick is a permanent fixture of the live streaming family. Guy over here, Kitty Cat, Cheshire, is also a fixture of the family. Eddie wants to hear a story. Eddie, we're coming up. We came up with an idea the other day in the office. Prison ninjas. So you know Princess Ninjas, our hit Silver Dragon children's book. Well, we decided that imagine HBO's hit primetime drama Oz, and you've got all the gangs and factions within the prison. The Latin Kings, the Aryan Brotherhood, what have you. But what if there was a gang that specialized in ninjutsu and mixed martial arts? That's right. The ninjas have taken over the prison. Coming this summer, Prison Ninjas.
Wow.
Wow, great timing. Excellent job. All right, Paul Green, number 1. These are sales. These are live. This is happening right now. If you turned away from your computer and you were like, oh, they're not selling anything, I better go do some other work and stuff. Well, come on back. If you want it, type green number 1 into the comment section and it shall be yours. Originally, we were giving these away exclusively in our cereal boxes. These are the standard LE 375 books. You can get them as part of the Cosplay subscription. If you got one and you want another one, just throw it on in the comment section and we'll rock and roll. This is the standard non-Z-rated version. Hank and Gret. Which one was that? That was May?
Yep.
All right. Does it come with a sticker? That's an excellent question. Yes, I believe it does. Yep. So if you are looking to fill the spaces on that board and you're like, oh man, I haven't been following along with all my candy cosplays. That's how typically that's oh man, I love Zenescope. 2 things I love, skateboards, Zenescope. 3rd thing, Zenescope skateboards. That's right. We do have 2 Zenescope skateboards in our archive room. Very cool. Maybe I'll show you one day. Maybe not. But if you're looking to fill the spots on your poster board,
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We might just have what you're looking for, sir. As you can see, we've kind of got the whole party, the concession stand of cosplay covers. You know what? I know we already did the movie themed, like movie theater setup for New York Comic Con, but if we actually had the concession stand and we had all the candy boxes and candy covers that we have now, it could be pretty cool. Just something to think about for the future. All right, so green number 1 is the code we're looking for the Hank and Gret. Now, Casey, were you saying canonically, like within the canon, does Gretel have a tattoo on her tuchus?
So I've seen artists put tattoos on her tuchus, but I will say that I see a lot of creative freedom with where and what her tattoos are at the current time. So like this is green number 1, for example. But if we look back, because there were a lot of Gretel covers today.
There were.
Much less.
Well, it seems like she definitely always has like a chest piece done.
Yeah, the chest piece is pretty, let's see.
And then she always has one on her upper shoulder, like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do think maybe it's like I don't know, like when Ben 10 uses his Omnitrix. It's not, he's like, all right, come on, forearms. And he tries to summon that power, but it's not always forms. He's like, oh man, gray matter. Dang, nabbit. So, I don't know, maybe Gretel's got the same situation. They're fluid. I mean, they're not, because I did have this conversation with Dave. I asked him if there was ever a villain, like a laser-based supervillain that, like, de-tattooed. He covered up all of her tattoos. But Dave informed me that it was, like, they're permanent. Like, they're sigils. Like, they're more like, there's a more magical element, so you can't just cover up the tattoo or, laser away the tattoo and hope that she loses her power.
Yeah, like, she does have on her, in the character references that they send to artists and everything, she does have a consistent, specific ones
Yeah.
and everything. It's just I feel like the ass one is
That's one.
You mean the Tookus one?
Yes, one.
Thank you.
Sorry to
The
kids,
booty.
Sorry, children listening right now. The rear end tattoo.
I think that one's like that one. Yeah, I think that one is a fun one.
Creative freedom.
Creative freedom. That's what we're all about here at Zenescope.
And also, it could be like whatever timelines they keep adding on.
That's
So,
true, dude. It could be Gretel from 1845. It could be Gretel from 1980. It could be Gretel from December 4th, 1985. We got to go back to the future.
Oh my God! Was this like 5 times today?
Marty, it's your parents, Marty. They're dead. I killed them. All right, moving on. Next book. 32 likes, says Ian Payne. Ian, thank you for getting on them. What's our next book? Are we good on green 1? Green 1, green 2. 1 green, 2 green, 3 green, 4. I've got some greens. I hope I don't drop them on the floor. That's going to be this puppy right here, and it has a sticker as well. Don't look at that. You don't know what book that is. That's a different book. That's not this book. Sweet and Delish, arguably my favorite candy. You agree?
I agree.
Now, what do you like better, Swedish Fish or Sour Patch Kids?
Swedish Fish.
Sour Patch.
All right, interesting. Because I feel like they're very similar. I don't know if it's the same company that produces them, but I feel like if you took the sugar from the Sour Patch Kids bag and you just jammed it on to a Swedish Fish, you would get more likely than not the same outcome.
The Swedish Fish have too hard of a coating. I feel like.
Oh, you know what? That is a good point. I didn't think about that. The outer texture is a little tougher. Well, it's that fish. You know, Sour Patch Kids, we're human. With that flesh, that cuts real easy, you know? But the fish, it's scales, dude.
Scales, man.
That's nature's armor right there.
That's Swedish.
Hey, shout out to the Swedes. Good furniture, good fish, good golly gosh. Green number 2.
And good meatballs.
And good meatballs.
Good murder mysteries.
Good murder mysteries. Baguettes. Yeah. The Louvre. The Eiffel Tower. Croissants. Very Swedish. Yeah. Good on the Swedes.
Bill says and hot blondes.
And no, lemon heads. Phil, the Swedes got a lot of lemon heads over there. There's a whole freaking country of lemon heads. And that sounds awful. I hate. Like I know it's not like you can't like if I called somebody a lemon head, I feel like I don't know. They'd be like, what the hell? Why? I don't know. Moving on. Green number 2. If you want to throw it in the comment section, it will be yours. Only $15. Holy cow. That's a bargain. $15. Green number 2. Throw it in the comments. It shall be yours. Next book. What do we got here? Whoa! Where'd that book come from? I did not see that one coming. Perhaps it was the same book that was underneath that book not too long ago.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I
Wow.
want to know what undead tastes like.
Undead?
Yes.
Like Swedish meatballs.
Okay.
Undead candies. I don't know. I feel like undead candies are cursed. That's a new Grimm Tales of Terror undead candies.
I really want to go to IKEA now. Like now I'm really craving their Swedish meatballs.
Yo, they got bits. Here's what I love IKEA. And I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't have the money for it for sure. But
Sounds
like
pretty
What?
cheap.
It's like the cheapest furniture.
I don't have any money, period.
Oh.
it's all where do you think I get my comics from, dude?
Unless you're talking about like the gas prices it takes you to get there.
That's true. It is a bit of a trek. But once you get there, it's totally worth it. You just walk on the line, follow the arrows. This way, sir. Help yourself to some cake, some gravy, some meatballs, some green beans, some mashed potatoes. And we'll tell you what to top it off. We're going to put a little flag right there. Right there. Right on the top of the bowl. Yeah. Good times, dude. But come on, everyone. Let's go to IKEA. Oh, right. Next book. All right. Book green 3. If you want green 3, throw it in the comments. It shall be yours. Green number 4. Sour Patch. Zowie Wowie. My brain just went powy. That is a fantastic cover with Belle.
That one's my favorite cover.
Oh, okay. Favorite.
So far.
So,
actually.
favorite cover, but not favorite candy.
Yes.
Casey, do you have a favorite candy, and is it corresponding with your favorite cover?
This is my favorite candy right here.
Sour Patch.
Yes, but the lemon ice is my favorite color.
Oh, okay. And Jake, I don't know if it's too early for you to have formed an opinion, but favorite candy first, then follow up favorite candy cover.
Candy. Yeah, I think it is too early. I gotta think about
All right,
this.
all right.
This
I don't want you.
good one's coming up.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Which one's coming up?
Good ones.
Oh, okay.
You can't reveal
No,
it.
no spoilers.
There's a hot one coming up.
Yes,
soon.
that
Yeah.
artwork just came in. That's,
Yeah.
I think, for October.
Oh, wow.
But a sticky one is going to be for August.
I don't know, dude.
Sticky.
Hot and sticky are not the ways that I should be describing comic books up here. Oh, Brandon asking if we have any more sticker boards. Brandon, I think we might. Yeah, definitely. So please send us a message, or are you just going to put a note down here?
Tell him if he needs one, email me on Econs.
Brandon, don't know if you heard that, but if you are looking to get a new sticker board or maybe replace a sticker board that you never got, send us an email at vcons, VCONS, @zenescope.com, and we will slide that in with one of your outgoing shipments. We actually had a lot of people. We ran out of our sticker boards at the beginning of the year. We had to double back and get extras. So if you are looking to get a sticker, if you're looking to fill in your board, this book will come with a sticker as well. Complete your Paul Green Candy subscription. Moving on to our next book. What do we got?
Oh, I gotta do this thing. Noah.
The Thing.
The thing. I gotta delete them and then put them back.
It's my fault. I put like a dozen Paul Green sketch images.
We heard from Paul yet?
I have not. I just sent an email to him and Ralph. Hopefully we'll hear back. I apologize to everybody for the delay. I did want to ask him some questions because I think it's interesting. You know, some of the interviews that we've conducted in the past have been with artists who work primarily digitally. But Paul Green, I was looking at some of his like progress work, and it's all, you know, traditional. Like he's got his pencils, he's got his paper, but then he does this interesting thing when he gets to like the inking stage. So there's that Alice cover, and he fills in the back, and it's like all black. So I don't know if that was like an early draft, a first pass, or if he like chisels away to form like, okay, I know this is where the letters are going to go. So I don't know. I'm interested. I got questions. I need answers. I'm sure other folks do too. But hopefully we'll hear from him soon. If not, crumpets for everybody. Crumpets for you. Crumpets for you. Crumpets for you. Everybody gets a crumpet.
Yay.
Snow White Caps. Green number 5. January. I will say January is, Snow Caps used to be my favorite. I think like if I go to a movie theater, I would always get Snow Caps. No?
See, I never got snow caps, but I definitely had off-brand snow caps. Like, there's a lot of grocery stores.
Well, that's the thing, like nonpareils.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My grandpa and his wife, they always had the nonpareils, those peanut butter, like hard candy things, the ribbon candies, all the old people.
Yeah, special shout out to my grandpa, Grandpa Mitchell. It's his birthday this weekend. When I was in middle school and high school, and I did school plays, you know, rather than bringing flowers or like a bouquet or something, he would come to our performances, and he would always bring me a case of brisk iced tea and a giant box of chocolate nonpareils. So I was very, very fortunate. Not that I would have disliked the flowers, but my grandpa knew. He's like, this kid doesn't want flowers. Just give him candy and sugary soda and tea. And I was freaking over the moon. Carol, thank you so much for saying happy birthday to Grandpa Mitchell. I would have been Robert William Mitchell III, but my dad decided, no, we'll just call this kid Noah.
What'd you do?
What I do? I don't know. Hopefully I'm still in their good graces. But if I see Tony is asking, what is a crumpet? This is a crumpet. Look at that wonderful glaze on the top with a pillowy pastry bottom. I mean,
Wait, is it a crumpet or a crumpet?
Crumpet. Did I say crimpet?
Oh,
I thought-
Crimpet.
Yeah, those are crimpets. Crumpets are like British. Like,
Yeah.
it is a pastry, like a scone, but
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like a Sharon Shannon situation here?
No.
Are we sure it's just not one?
You mean that they're two completely different things? Yes.
I'm going to gaslight all of Tasty Cakes. They're a Pennsylvania company. I think I can do it. What's your favorite pastry cake?
It was the peanut butter ones,
Yeah.
but then I became allergic to peanut butter, so it's now the chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. Like the chocolate,
chocolate-
cake with the chocolate icing with the chocolate filling.
Yep. All right. I like those. Casey?
Probably the peanut butter ones. The ones that are like the Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the candy cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this toast?
What?
It's a starch bottom with a topping.
It's not crunchy. Toast needs to have like a crust to it.
Look, I'm just going off of Casey's bizarre friggin' geometric science findings. I'm going purely off of her infographic that she
I
posted.
pulled the infographic again.
Green number 5. There are no rails, ladies and gentlemen. Rails were never here to begin with. How can you go off rails if you were never on them? She says.
Muffins or other blocks of starch are type 1 toast in raw unsliced form.
Type 1 toast. It's not wrong. That's
It's just bread.
It's pre-toast.
Vanilla soy latte
That is
is a 3-bean wet salad.
Get the hell out of here.
fine. Fire.
Can you say that one more time? I like that combination of words.
Vanilla soy latte is a 3-bean wet salad.
Yeah, I don't know about
That
that.
salad is like something you would call a boring person.
Hey, Johnny over here is a real wet salad, if you know what I mean, huh? I mean, talk about romaine, but this guy, Maron, the wettest salad. He's using this salad to mop up all sorts of spills.
I like this cover though. This might be my favorite.
Ooh. I like it.
So I'm not really crazy about snow caps, but oh, Paul's here.
All right on. So I'm going to quick run over to the other room. Make sure Paul is good to go. We want to do one more?
Yeah, it's a good place to stop.
Yeah, number 5 is a good number.
Yeah.
5 is a good number.
That's
all
all
right.
the candy ones we had for today. So.
Gotcha. Do we have the, would you mind playing the intro? You think you can find it?
Is it interview intro?
Yeah, that might be it.
All right, let's give it a try. Ready?
No deal.
Yamas! Wow, look at that seamless transition. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I apologize for the delay. And of course, I might be a little winded because I just ran from one side of the studio to the other. But that's movie magic. That is how the sausage gets made. Whew. In a second here. All right. So thank you, everybody, for your patience. We did some sales. We'll be getting back to some sales in a little bit. But for now, we have the man of the moment, the myth, the legend, the king himself, Mr. Paul Green. Paul, if you are ready, I will pull you on. All right. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Yeah, yourself?
I am not bad. Like I said, I just ran from one side of the studio and I am wearing a novelty dragon costume. So a little hot, a little winded, but I'll get over it.
Looking good.
Oh, well, thank you very much, sir. You look fantastic yourself. And I do see you've got a little, what do you call it? You've got some Zenescope behind you, too.
Yeah, there's a few bits and bobs there somewhere.
Awesome. Yeah, that is actually one of my favorite covers that you've done for us, especially
There you go.
recently.
Oh, wrong way. There
Oh,
we
that
go.
looks great, dude. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Oh, hey, Eric, everybody in the comment section is saying hello, too. John says hi. Eric says he is fangirling as well right now.
Eric Concepcion. Yes. I know
Concepcion.
Eric.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody.
Well, it's
Hope
so
you're
great
doing
to have you
okay out
here.
there.
How's your day going so far?
The day's going very well. I've just this minute finished work. I've been working perhaps about 10 hours now, which is a little bit longer than usual, but I wanted to keep myself occupied. But I got a little bit distracted, so I've only just logged in.
Hey, no worries, man. That it's cool. You're in the moment. You're in the zone. You know, you don't want to break that. All right. So, without further ado, I want to jump into some of these questions.
Yeah, by all means.
All right, awesome. So, at first, I guess I want to start at the very beginning. You know, where it all started. What made you want to pursue a career in comics?
I think that's quite easy to answer, really. I started basically this.
Nice.
This came out in 1977, and in the UK, and especially in Sheffield, there were no comic shops. The best you could hope for was a Spider-Man or a Superman occasionally in a high street newsagents, but there were no comic shops in Sheffield. Then this came along.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, exactly. Now this is a later edition. This is not the first edition like the Star Wars one, but these came along and opened my eyes up. I mean, I was already a big fan of fantasy and sci-fi, like most people who are into comics. You know, all the old films of Ray Harryhausen, $6 Million Man on TV, you know, Logan's Run, Dune, loved all that stuff. But then comics came along, and funnily enough, that same year, I think it was the same year, a comic shop, the first ever in Sheffield, opened up probably about half a kilometre away from home, and you couldn't keep me away from it. It introduced me to all the artists that I still love today.
That's awesome. And so now and first off, I'm glad you mentioned Logan's Run, because that I feel is like an underappreciated movie.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's actually a film that I thought would have been remade or got a reboot, but nothing. There's been absolutely no word of it. So I hope they leave it alone.
Yes. I honestly, because I think I love Barbarella too. Like, yeah. I love a lot of those early, because I think was Logan's Run before Star Wars?
Yeah, it was,
pre-77. So yeah, so any of those like pre-Star Wars sci-fi films where they're still kind of like, you know, buffing out the corners, you know, fixing out the bugs and everything.
Absolutely.
But I love them in that form.
Yeah, exactly. And without those films, because I mean, let's face it, some of them weren't so great, but at the time we loved them anyway, you know. But if it wasn't for those films, we would never have had Star Wars. We've never ever had all the great action movies, all the great sci-fi and fantasy movies that we have today. But I mean, back in the 1970s and the 1980s as well, you know, you were lucky if you got 2 or 3 of those films a year. You know, you had your summer blockbusters. You might have had 1 or 2, perhaps even 3, depending on what was coming out. And Christmas, that was a huge target for action films, fantasy films, sci-fi films. And today we get them all the time. So it's like you've got to be spot on if you're bringing out a film these days. Otherwise, it's going to get panned straight away.
Yeah, and buried underneath, you know, like 100 other films too.
Absolutely, yeah.
So is it safe to say that kind of like when those other comics got introduced, the Star Wars, the 2000 AD, the sci-fi, like you're saying, like that was kind of like the big moment where you were like, oh, like there's other, you know, these are artists, these are writers, these are, you know, worlds that I can jump into myself.
Yeah, but I was quite young at the time. It was something that I wanted to do, but that came much later, much later indeed. I mean, I did go to art college. I've always been able to draw to some extent, but my first job wasn't artistic at all. I was working in retail, working for Games Workshop. I did that for a couple of years. Then I made a transition over to their design studio down in Nottingham, where I was commissioning artists for their games and their monthly magazine, White Dwarf. And then I made another transition into the video games market for about 15, 16 years, worked on about 20 titles, where I started as an artist, became a designer, later became a producer, and at some point I was doing all three things at the same time. But they were fun times. They really were. But it was shortly after that I made the decision that it was now or never. So I took my portfolio, went down to the to an art convention, a comics convention. I think it was in Bristol, where I met up with Harry Marcos of Marcosia Comics, and he gave me a brief stint, a 4-issue stint on Starship Troopers, and on the back of that, I got a 7-issue deal working on Flash Gordon. And since then, I've been working on numerous projects, numerous covers, and I just seem to fit straight into the Zenescope mold. Perhaps it wouldn't have happened 10 years before. My style has changed, but yeah, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it.
Well, I'm glad, man. It makes me happy when I hear that people are enjoying what they're doing. But I know definitely the fans love it too. A lot of love coming through the comments section as well. A lot of people
Fantastic.
saying hi. Somebody was saying proud original art owner as well, Phil Witzlig here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know Phil. Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah. So if you don't mind me asking, like what year do you think that was? Like when you the Starship Troopers, the what else did you say? The Flash Gordon. When did you get put onto those titles?
I think we're looking probably about 15 years ago, 15 years, maybe 14 for Flash Gordon, 13. I also worked on Overrun. That was a 4-issue series. And for Earth Outlaws, which if you can see up here, that was for Molly Schofield at BMA's Studios. I'm still working with Molly. I've got a couple of covers coming up for a new IP. But that should be starting on those, I think, next month. But yeah, I've got a lot of irons in the fires at the moment, but it's been 15, 16 years or so that I've been working in comics now. And let's hope it goes on for another 15 or 16 years until my hands fall off anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, do it till you drop, man. That's the way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw BB King at a concert one time, and dude couldn't stand. He was sitting but he could wail guitar. He was doing that right up until the end.
Exactly.
So yeah, I do think it's interesting that you mentioned your fascination with some of those earlier sci-fi movies, and then Flash Gordon and Starship Troopers as adaptations. I mean, both of those movies fantastic, and I love them.
Yeah.
But being able to do those comic books must have been super exciting.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I was familiar with Starship Troopers from the books, Robert Heinlein back in the 1960s, and although there were a lot of changes to them, it was still a great movie, and the comics were very good as well. They had some great writers working at Marcosia.
Yeah, that's so it's that kind of the moment then that you would say that you were you were hooked, you were in the industry at that point.
Absolutely, yeah. Inside I was, yeah. But whether or not the industry was going to accept me at that point, I hadn't got a clue. It's been, I had to work at it for a few years before I felt confident that I could make a go of it and I could sustain myself and find, the work that I wanted and enough work at the same time. So it took, maybe 3 or 4 years, I reckon, to get to that stage. And I'm quite comfortable now. It's I don't have to look for work, which for an artist or a writer or anyone who's been creative, that's just an absolute blessing. It really is, because when I first started, I would say possibly up to about 50% of my time was looking for work.
Wow.
And of course, it's the fans who keep you where you are. Without them, where would we be?
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like you get enough exposure too. I mean, you're all over. I mean, I see your stuff everywhere, especially when I'm at conventions and things too. So you're out there, and I think people have that, that recognition. That's gotta, build up for something too, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon so too. Yeah, I don't see much of that myself. I just don't get the time to go to as many conventions as I would like to. And most of the time when I go to conventions, it's as a guest. So you may have seen me.
So when was like when you had mentioned Zenescope briefly and how kind of your style ended up, you know, fitting into the Zenescope's mold. Do you remember what like or like when you became aware of Zenescope? Kind of like when they entered your consciousness? Did you know of them before you started working with them? Or was it kind of like they worked with you and then, you know, how'd that happen?
No, I was aware of Zenescope. I think, to be quite honest, I think we both started about the same time. So I've been familiar with your with your company. I've been familiar with your products, your comics, the artists, the writers. But I actually, at the time, I never actually thought it was possible that I would eventually end up working with you. So that all started maybe 7 years ago. I was working with Richard Ems on Flash Gordon, and he introduced me to Ralph. We got talking, and he said, "You know, do you fancy doing a cover or two for us?" So I did, and it's not stopped since. So I must be doing something right. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm not very good at self-analyzing these things. I really am not.
Yeah, but I don't think you have to. It's one of those things where, you know, just go with the flow.
Yeah, you're right. You're too right. Go with the flow. That's kind of what I have been doing. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
But it seems Eric is definitely saying that your work is kind of what drew him to Zenescope. And I would say that's the same for a lot of people as well.
That's fantastic.
Well, actually, here's a great question, if you don't mind, from Jeremy. And one I was going to ask myself was, do you remember what your first Zenescope cover was?
I do, yeah. I think I sent along some examples of some of my earlier stuff, and I think it's in there.
I did send. I uploaded a few of them. Unfortunately, our streaming platform has like limited data, so I did bring up. You sent over a few. One that I brought was the Jean Grey cosplay.
Yeah, that was quite recent actually. But I think my first cover was a NASCAR cover for maybe for a convention.
We'll see if I can find that back here. But no, I do know the one that you're talking about. She's got like a pink jumpsuit almost, right?
I think there's two girls on the cover, two of your characters.
Gotcha. But I will say, if you're all right, switching topics just a little bit, I had some questions about your creative process, because I was looking at some of these sketches and I was like, oh, first off, beautiful work. But I was seeing here the Alice, the one that you actually have there, presented, the most recent remix cover. And so obviously you went with number 3.
That's right, yeah.
So I was curious what the purpose of, and I'm a novice, so I apologize if this is a dumb question, but you have this big black bold bar behind Alice on there. What's the purpose of that?
Artistic license.
Okay.
Just because it looks good. I mean, quite often I will do the initial rough layouts, and they are very, very rough. I spend no more than an hour or two on 3 that I submit to Dave for each cover. From there, before I go to final original art, I'll spend a bit of time doing these production sketches, as I call them. But sometimes I do get a little bit carried away with them. They're not quite as rough as I first intended them to be, so I do finish them. And this is a prime example of that. On this particular one, I'll do a close-up because I'm trying to work out the expression on the face. That's really key for me. You get the expression on the face right, the rest will follow. But yeah, I tend to go overboard sometimes on the artwork, and that's just the way it is with me. It's an old habit that dies hard, I'm afraid.
No, but I think I don't know, not for nothing, but I think I'd rather have like more than less, Like I think the fact that you're passionate and dedicated as you are. I mean, you said yourself you were working for 10 hours today.
Yeah. That's not typical. That isn't typical, but it does happen, especially when the deadline's coming up.
Gotcha. So for all intents and purposes, this is like a finished or near finished, piece that kind of just
Yeah.
didn't end up getting used. Because then you did go for the actual, like, a little bit of like a further out shot with the Alice font in the background.
Yeah, well, this is actually the original artwork. This will be scanned, taken into Photoshop, and then I'll do the digital links on top. I mean, quite often I will change things as I go. So the covers that you see won't always follow the original artwork perfectly. I think sometimes you have to be a little bit more creative. I certainly do anyway. If you come up with a better idea, go with it, submit it. You can always get refused, so, but that doesn't happen very often. So, but yeah, this is the actual finished original artwork. That one's, I think most of my work is done on A3 size, pencils, and occasionally a few Copics on there as well.
Gotcha. And so then this would be once you've digitized it. So you've brought it into the computer realm.
Exactly. Yeah. They are the finished digital inks.
Gotcha. Now, another question, when you do like your topless variants, because I noticed I didn't upload those here just because I don't know what I'm allowed to show and what I can't with YouTube and Facebook permissions.
You're a wise man.
But so when you do the topless variants, when does that come in during the process?
Well, all of the variants, because some of the covers, there's usually either a topless one or a change of costume. I mean, I think I've worked on a couple of covers where there's probably there's the original cover, a standard cover, and there may be 3 patches. So I have to bear all those in mind, not only when I'm working on them, but for layout as well. Whether or not where the hands are. If there's a topless patch, is she going to be clutching underwear? Is there some other prop that she's going to use? And also, sometimes with the absence of clothing, the pose can look a little bit out. So I have to work on that as well at the same time. So, but yeah, all the patch stuff comes into play at the digital stage. I occasionally might tinker around on paper, but yeah, I know exactly where I'm going with the patches by the time I get to digital stage, and all that's done on layers, so I can just turn the layer on and off. Standard costume, topless, lingerie, or any other variant that might be asked for.
Gotcha. And I do. Is it all right if I show you some of the Jean Grey cosplays too?
Oh yeah.
Because I love kind of what you were talking about going there. Dare I say above and beyond. There were a lot of different variants in terms of like the process here.
Yeah, I actually added a couple of my own as well that weren't asked for. I submitted them, and I think one was retained and the other one was discarded. But yeah, I sometimes get a little bit carried away with myself.
Yeah, but again, I don't see a problem with that. As long as you're okay doing it, I feel like the more like, and I don't know about you, but I feel like sometimes like, even if something doesn't get used, it's like an idea for the future, all right, like I like this, but maybe this isn't the right cover for it. Maybe I'll save it and use it for something else.
I do that. Yes, very much. Yeah.
Because I will say I absolutely love, and I don't think that this made it to the final book. Maybe it did, and I'm wrong, so I apologize. But like the little dragon wings within the mask. Like you've got that kind of like Zenescope logo that you've incorporated into her costume. Because this is, I think, what ended up happening.
Yeah.
With like the more simplified mask. But I really do like the, that dragon wing looking thing.
To be honest, right now, I can't actually remember if that was used in any of the actual final versions. But it was asked for, so I drew it. It's a simple patch, mask on, mask off.
Yeah, it's crazy how did the digital tool set has changed, kind of the creative process. You know, you can kind of start off and do all of this stuff on pencil, and then, you know, buff out the details. But let me see with a bit A. You know, it's like at a doctor's eye exam or something. You know, like give me A, give me B, A1, A2. Okay, looks good. Let's go with A2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but these were absolutely phenomenal. Again, that's why, like, I know I'm getting a little off script and I apologize, but I really wanted to ask because I was like, oh my gosh, these all look great. And like, I would have had a hard time deciding myself between, like, because I like the little like beam that you put up here, but then this is like very kind of like dramatic, you know, almost like the movie, you know, the ratio shrinking down for focus, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like what you're doing. Keep up.
Yeah, that's great to hear. It really is. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, man. We appreciate it. And I know I'm not just speaking for myself here. Trent was asking, you know, do you often like sell those extra ones, or do you keep them for yourself as sort of like a, you know, portfolio, that type of thing?
Yeah, I retain most of them, but I do occasionally have an art sale. Not as often as I used to. But yeah, I mean, it used to be. I used to sell some of my work, the original art, the layouts. I used to sell them maybe once every couple of months. They used to be quite popular. But these days it's been very sporadic. But I'm getting to a stage now where I'd like to keep a few of them. You know.
Well, when they look like that, I'm not surprised. You know.
Yeah, but you know, my arm gets twisted every now and again, and they do come out of the portfolio, and they do get listed, and they go pretty much straight away. And I'm as surprised as anybody else when that happens. You know, I'm very, very humbled by it. I really am.
Do you? Well, I just saw a comment here from, I think, Glenn, saying he has 157 Zenescope covers by Paul Green. So you have done a lot of content.
Yeah.
I know, like, you just, especially even with like the variants themselves, but even beyond that, I mean, think about, like, you know, you're doing 12 minimum, you know, this year with the Candy cosplays.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you,
yeah, I think it's at the moment I'm doing about 2 a month. So that's 24 a year. Then we have all the variants, the patches. And even for me, who I can't keep up with how many I've done. I started off compiling a list that went out the window a long time ago. So how many covers I've done? There must be somebody out there who knows exactly how many I've done. Please, if you know, write in.
Gee, I absolutely, someone will. They, you know, people have got me on. And honestly, I will say John Potton's doing me a solid here. He says that that Jean Grey cosplay does have the dragon mask, it looks like. So I apologize.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, John.
Yeah, see, these guys know more than I do, man. But when you have an extensive catalog like yours, you know, there's a lot to catch up on.
Absolutely.
Well, I kind of wanted to ask, and here's a question. Eddie Hernandez was saying, what's your favorite Zenescope character to draw?
Alice.
Alice. Is that now when they did the remix covers, did they approach you and say Alice, or did you approach them and say, I want to do Alice?
No, I think I was the first person to be asked, and I was given a list of characters, and I immediately wrote back Alice. Yeah, she's my favorite character by a country mile. Wow. I've got another artist remix coming up next month as well. But I need to contact Dave just to see if I can do another Alice. If not, that's fine. It really isn't. You know, it's fine, absolutely. But Alice is my favorite character, and I think she always will be.
Nice.
It's not just her. It's not just her character. It's not just the stories. It's the way she looks as well. The costume's just perfect for me. I love drawing it.
Well, I can absolutely tell. Like, I'm glad that you said that, because especially in that last Alice cover, I mean, even the detail in like all of like, I don't know what you call it, like the underdress, you know, the fluff, the part of that like classical attire, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do like Alice very, very much. So fingers crossed, I get to do another Alice next month. And the artist remix covers are great because there's no brief. Just do what you want. If we don't like it, we'll let you know, obviously.
Yeah.
But and that's very, 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 very freeing and liberating for any artist.
Yeah, Trent Warner is saying in the comments, "Let Paul do whatever he wants."
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't agree more. But no, that's one of the
Yeah.
reasons I love the remix subscription, because it's like, okay, everybody just go, have fun,
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
yourself, be creative, let it all out.
Yeah. I to be honest, I don't know whose idea it was. Probably Dave, maybe Ralph. I don't know, but whoever came up with that idea, let's do a lot more.
Please,
Yeah.
whoever authority figures are listening to this, please. So I wanted to ask also, you work a lot with Ula Moss, and I know Ralph had asked that question. I actually did see that there was a question in the comments as well relating to Ula Moss. So when did you start with your collaboration? Like, when did you guys kind of first team up?
Well, the first few covers that I worked on for Zenescope, I did my own colors. It was requested that I did my own colors, probably because I was new, and there are limited resources. But it wasn't long before either Dave or Ralph suggested using Ula, and I was familiar with Ula's work. I went, yeah, go for it. I think Ula's work will definitely complement my lines. And it's been a few years down the line. We're still going strong.
Now, are you
I don't have any input into what Ula does, and I don't want any input either, because I always think an artist works better, but when there are no constraints really. So, like we were saying about the artist remix covers, just get on with what you want. I think Dave is responsible for the colors, and he with every aspect of the cover. But to be quite honest, Ula can do whatever she wants.
No, it's the same thing as the remix, man. Let the artists do their thing,
Yeah.
But that's so great
exactly.
that you guys kind of had this natural, like almost like symbiotic, connection.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, does it? Maybe
No.
it was accidental, maybe it was fate. I don't really know, but it works, and long may it go on for.
Yes, please. I know. I want to know the fans want it too.
Yeah, and if I'm working on covers for non-Zenescope covers, I will always ask the client if it's possible that we use Ula. I mean, occasionally, a client will say, "Well, I've got somebody in mind," which is fair enough. But the vast majority of the time, it's Ula.
Yeah, and it works out.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Other question I wanted to ask, because you were saying, you were working on some covers earlier today, and I know that you obviously put a lot of effort and work into, designing the covers and trying different things out. How long would you say a typical Zenescope cover takes you? Like, from the time that you kind of get assigned a book, when do you have that, finished? Like, all right, here's the ball, it's in your court, go.
What, you mean from layouts to final inks?
Yeah.
Typically, I would say between 2 and 4 days, but that depends mainly on if there's any narrative content or any background details. I mean, the majority of my stuff, there's very little background. It's all character, and Ula's colors really makes that cover ping. It really does, as you all know. So yeah, anything between 2 4 days.
All right. I got to ask, speaking too, because I know that these probably take like a little bit longer, just with the amount of like detail and like little, bits here and there.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite cereal cover or a favorite candy cover, if you had to pick?
Cereal cover. Yeah, I think that's the Cinderella cover. And as for the
The Cinderella.
cereal,
That's the Loco Puffs, right?
yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to remember. And as for the Candy Box covers, I think it's probably the one that I've just finished, which I can't talk about.
You're right. I apologize.
But otherwise, the comic Men in Black will be around. But you'll be seeing that one quite shortly.
All right. So all of you Zenescope and Paul Green fans in the audience, stay tuned. You got me hyped up.
All I'll say is it features Jasmine.
Oh, well then I know my boy Neil Sonkrat in the comments is gonna go crazy. He loves Jasmine.
Brilliant.
I also one last question. Well,
Sure.
one of our last questions, just because we're running out of time, unfortunately. I'd love to talk all day. But did you have like who would you say would be your biggest inspirations? Like I know you pointed to kind of like, those like early sci-fi comics, 2000 AD, that type of stuff. Were there any artists in particular that you were like, this guy, this girl, this is, who I love?
Absolutely. Same today as it was back when I bought my first comics. That would be Brian Bolland. Love his lines. Absolutely gorgeous work. Never fails to deliver. And notoriously slow, but who cares? When you're bringing out work of that quality, then who cares how slow you are? Obviously, you've got to factor that into your schedule, obviously, because you're working with Brian Bolland. But the man is an absolute legend to me, a god, and I love everything that he's ever done. So I think that's some of his work there as well.
Oh, sweet! And he did a lot of. Did he do Animal Man, right, with Vertigo?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
The Killing Joke. That's one of my favorite comics.
Yes, absolutely. I will say,
not only is it drawn by my favorite comic book artist, but it's also written by my favorite author as well. So,
yeah, and I have to say the original Killing Joke, the colors in that original Killing Joke too, just like because you were talking Ula and like those pops, the oranges, the purples, the gradients. I mean, the first time I read the original, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, and I say the original because I think they did a remastered where they kind of toned everything down.
Yeah.
But those original colors are just so vibrant and just like you were saying, they tie everything together, They
are, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they are very, very vibrant. And when you look at them, there's actually not that much color variation there because they just don't want to distract from Bolland's line work. And why would you? But it works. It complements itself so well.
Awesome. Now, those are all great answers. Like there were no wrong answers to begin with, but those were all great answers regardless.
Is there ever a wrong answer with art? I mean, really?
Excellent point. That's gonna be, I think, the quote of the interview. Is there ever a wrong answer with art? Paul Green, 2023. Yeah, exactly. There you go. You got it. Well, last question. Actually, you know what? Here's a good last question to end on. Mark is asking if there is a character that you would like to do that you haven't done yet.
Oh,
either Zenescope, although I know you've probably gone through the whole catalog, or just in general, like a dream project.
Yeah. Although I don't think it fits my style anymore, I would love to do a Judge Dredd. I'm an English boy. I like my English comics. I love American comics, of course, but my roots were back in the day with all the British artists and writers. I would love to do a Judge Dredd spin-off series following Judge Anderson. I know that it's been done before many times. You ever had your own comic, but yeah, I'd like to work on a Judge Dredd spin-off of Judge Anderson.
That's awesome, man. That again, perfect answer.
Easy answer.
And I will say, I appreciate how like easy and like instant some of your like the fact that you knew right off the bat Alice number
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
Brian Boland, Alan Moore, done, number one.
Yeah. You're asking me about stuff that I know about. So if you ask me about other things, you probably wouldn't get such concise answers. So
Well, we'll definitely make sure to stick to the comic book centered questions. But,
I will.
yes. But Paul, we unfortunately we are out of time, so we got to go. But we absolutely loved having you on our stream. I can't thank you enough. Fans loved having you here as well. Hopefully we can have you on again another time in the future. But thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Thank you for joining us. It was an absolute delight to have you, sir.
Thanks for having me, and a happy birthday to everyone.
Happy birthday to everybody, man. Thank you so much. Have a good night, man. Thanks for joining.
Cheers now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
All right, so that was the man, the myth, the legend himself, Paul Green. What a lovely dude. Nice as heck. I've never met him before, never talked to him before, but holy cow, he is a class act. Very happy to have had the opportunity to speak with him. Worth the wait. I absolutely agree, Eric. I over the moon. The fact that he has done the body of work that he has with Zenescope. I saw somebody saying 212 comics that they have, and not even to know that that is all of the Paul Green comics that he's done, because he's a legend. The guy's a monster. He's putting them out left and right, bebopping and scatting. So thank you so much to Paul Green for joining us. Thank you to the fans for hanging out and asking the questions. Hopefully we can have Paul back. Hopefully we didn't scare him off. I didn't geek out too much. But if we are ready, let's head on over to the studio. Hey, tell you what, wait right there.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Where'd you guys come from? How'd I end up over here? There's the movie magic for you. Is Paul Green awesome or what?
He's so nice.
He's so nice.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Charming Englishman.
I definitely, I had to double check and see like what Brian had done, because I recognized the name and I was like, oh shoot, Animal Man, Killing Joke. Literally like anything that any like, you know, Peter Milligan, Alan Moore, Grant Morrison, any of those dudes. Awesome work. Yes, long run. But whew, thank you everybody for staying tuned. Thank you. Amazing. 1,000 thank yous to Mr. Paul Green. I'm so happy we talked to him. I'm still a little starstruck. But let's move on. Do we have any more of the Paul Green support sale items to go through?
Yeah, we do.
I would say we do a few more, and then maybe, I don't know if it's too early to start recap.
Whoa, that's two.
Whoa! Hold on.
2 for 1.
A twofer? We're doing a twofer right off the bat?
We are.
Mummy honey, fruity cutie. See, now that I'm not on with Paul, I have all these other questions I want to ask him. Like, do you come up with the names? Does Dave come up with the names? Who comes up with the names? I don't know.
Send him a tweet.
Send him a tweet. Well, I'll tweet him. At Paul Green.
Paul Green's actually pretty active on social media.
I saw he had an Instagram.
His
Was his
Instagram,
main?
He's pretty popular on Facebook. There's 2 though. I think one of his accounts got hacked. So
Oh
I
no!
think it's like now just Paul Green instead of Paul Green Comics. Or no, it's Paul Green Comic Works.
Paul Green. I almost like that better.
You're right. Yeah.
Comic Works. That sounds cool.
All one word. No
Yeah.
underscores.
Yeah. I'll find him.
We'll find it, post that in the comment section. Thank you. But if you were looking to fill in some slots of your cereal, I think these were some of the last cereal covers that he did too, before switching over to the candies.
I think these got introduced last in New York, if I'm correct.
I think you are correct.
They were bonus covers.
Yeah.
Venice. They are, you know, the lesser known of the Monster Mash. You've got the chocolate, you got the berry, the boo, and the franken, the mummy honey, and the fruity cutie. A little lesser known, but equally important. And I will say, not for nothing, but they did introduce a new monster. I don't know if that means that we have to double up, go back to the Cereal game. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, dude. All good stuff, all good covers. I am still a little starstruck, I'll admit. But don't go anywhere because we got Dave Wohl coming on at 3:30.
No, sorry, I was reading something.
I was gonna say like, oh, I hope 3:30.
I think so.
What happened to cosplay covers 3 and 4?
What happened to cosplay covers 3 and 4, huh? That's a good question.
Oh, I think because this is number 1 and 2, and I think he was asking was why weren't there more? But these were bonuses of the original set, so yeah.
Gotcha. Which would have been 2022. Yeah.
Yeah, because 2021 was the original run, and then 2022 they came out with like the 5 variants of different ones. Like they had like the Cocoa Krispies instead of like the regular nice Krispies.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so there was 5 there, and then these are 2 more. So
Whoa!
19 total.
19. That's what I'm saying, dude. This guy's a monster. He's putting out comics left and right. I can't imagine. But then the other thing too is the amount of work and effort that he's putting into it. Like he's not just doing one cover and saying like, done, there you go, take it or leave it. But he's doing like 3 fully finished covers. And I don't know. That's crazy, man. Insane. But if you're looking to get Green number 6, that is 2 books for the price of 1. Throw it into the comment section and they shall be yours. How are we looking on Green 6? Good to move on?
Yeah.
All right, what else we got? Throwing it out. Yeah. Nice, dude. That was pretty decent timing. Paul Green, Mystere, number 5. I know that we had this as like a holographic print at one point. But if you were looking to get that Lingari variant lingerie, Alice, baby, his favorite character with a little Cheshire cat saying hello, checking out my mushroom. Good times, dude. Green number 7, $40. Retail incentive cover, Mystere number 5. This is a bit of an older book. Not super old, but definitely a little not recent.
Gary says this one's going to my tattooist.
Oh, Gary, getting some more ink. I think at some point, I don't know how many people have Zenescope related tattoos, but I'm almost wondering if it's worth having like a tattoo competition.
Send us your
Something.
tattoos, folks.
Send us your ink, as long as that ink is in an appropriate spot. No Gretel took us tat. Suffering succotash, she's got a took us tat. A took us tat. That's what that's my personal Gretel comic. The villain looks at the camera and goes, "Ay ay ay, she's got a took us tat." And everybody laughs, everybody claps, everyone has a great time, and they all go home happy. Huh? How about that? Tattoo Tuesday? Maybe.
Tell Sarah. New marketing.
New marketing ploy. All of us are getting tattoos. We're all getting, each part of us is going to get this dragon on our back. I'll get that wing. Casey, you can get that. Jake, you'll get that wing.
Right.
And then we'll have to divvy up the letters. But I think when we all stand back to back, we'll look like the coolest dudes ever. With
I've been
our-
actually wanting to get a tattoo for years, but I've always been like, I don't know, too nervous about pulling the trigger.
How about this? How about we do a 3 cover, we do a gatefold cover tattoo, and each one of us gets a different cover on our back, and then when we all line up, it forms the full cover. I think that could be fun. Temporary Tattoo Tuesday, maybe. I think honestly, I would love to do some Gretel temporary tattoos, or some Hellchild temporary tattoos.
I have been looking into it. I'm trying to find a vendor to get big sheets.
Nice.
They had Awesome Con had some temporary tattoos. They got one for Jason from the freebie table.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he loved it. I'm sure he's got it on right now, and he's walking down across the beach with a big old Awesome Con robot on his arm. And everybody's going, whoa!
Yeah, the issue is so far is either they're really small, like they're like little tiny ones, or they're like the, I think like 5x7 sheet, but you can't get too many Gretel tattoos onto a 5x7 sheet, or at least not how I envision it. So I'm working on it.
Kiera's working hard. She's staying up late. Kiera is staying up until 3 in the morning, racking her brain around how to get these Gretel tattoos into the people's hands. She's writing on windows. Oh, Jason, welcome to the stream, man. We're just talking about you. He's got that tattoo right here. Awesome Con. Green number 7, if you want it, throw it in the comments and it shall be yours. Next book. Let's see what we got. Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, man, hold on. Let me try one more time.
Oh, wait, no, you gotta go real slow, homie. We gotta like
Drive slow, homie.
we gotta start deleting the extra files.
This is a
Go again.
Oh, yeah. All right, jeepers.
I tried.
No, that was a good effort. That was a good hustle. Green number 8, 2017 Zenbox exclusive. I feel like this one's gonna fly. This one's gonna soar.
So many of these ones too.
All right, Kiera's telling me that this is a limited quantity. Friendly reminder to everybody that we are pulling comments from various social media sources, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And yes, YouTube and Twitch are working properly today. So where you see your name show up in the full comment list might not be where we see it on our end. So please be advised if you do not make the cut, that as we can see right now in the comment section, a lot of people are gunning for this. And good reason too. Now, the book itself, it's got that border. That's cool. It's like a little baseball. It's a giant card.
Yeah.
It's a giant trading card. That's awesome. So 2017. That's cool, dude. I like that. And look, dude, she's got little character cards herself. Right there. Please ignore my dirty fingernails, but that's why we use bagging boards from Hot Flips to prevent greasy little dragon fingernails from getting all over your covers.
Sold out.
Sold out. I'm sorry, Kiera and Zenjamin have both told me that we are officially sold out of that book. So we are going to post the names of the people who confirmed got that. But as a friendly reminder, pulling from multiple sources today. All right, but we should have some other cool stuff. And as a friendly reminder, if you spend over 100 on today's stream, you will be getting a free complimentary pack of cereal cards containing a cover by, that's right, Paul Green, who we just interviewed not too long ago. And if you spend over $250 today, you will be going home with one of those highly desired, highly sought after mystery envelopes. And also, if we hit that 90 like goal, Ian, I don't know how we're looking out there. But if we hit that 90 like goal, everybody will be going home with a free random metal magnet celebrating 18 years of Zenescope entertainment. Oh boy. And somebody will be going home with that black and white Van Helsing statue. Need I say more? 61 likes, says Ian Payne. You know what? I don't think I liked the stream yet.
I did.
You liked it?
Through the Zenescope account. We liked our own gosh darn stream.
Let me see. As long as I don't accidentally. Hey, look at me. I'm on my phone. That's fun. All right. I liked it. I did my part. I did my part, Chrissy.
I did my part.
I did my part.
I'm gonna do my part right now.
Jake's doing his. Come on, guys. If we all work together, we can do anything. Go Zen! This is the official Zenescope. That's a Z. Go Zen! Zenescope. I think that looks cooler. What if both dates exceeds the 250? Excellent question from Georgia Cookson. Do you get 2 mystery envelopes, or is it 1 per person?
I'm going to say 1.
But what we will double
check.
check.
Confirm about that, but I want to say it's just 1.
Gotcha. Eric is asking double ups on greens. I'm imagining
Well, green 7. That was the green 8's the one that sold out.
green 8 sold out. Do we have any other? Do we want to wait until we do recap?
We could give Eric a green. Yeah, we could do that one.
Double ups on green 7? We can do that for you, Eric.
I think Mike Schreier's also asking for a second.
Okay.
Or I don't know if he got 1. Actually.
With our powers combined, we are Captain Planet! That's a cosplay we haven't done yet, I don't think. That'd be a pretty freaking cool cover if you had like a fire, an earth, a water, a wind, a heart.
Oh.
And you all brought them together. Five page cover spread. Five connecting covers. You get all of them. You unlock Captain Planet. Done. Put it in the idea box.
Sorry, Jenna. I meant to put you, not make up a name.
Jenna Morris. No, Jenna Morris is the. What did we say? We had a fake person today. Why did we have to come up with a fake employee? Because we were talking about Jim and Dwight in the office and how they come up with a fake employee so that they can get back the commission cap.
Why did we?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I remember the 4 of us standing in a grouping.
And being like, yeah, this is a made-up person now who works here.
I do not know why.
I don't know. What kind of antics are going on over there at Zenescope? I don't know. But do we have any more Paul Greens that we can sell?
Yes. Also, I put down for William Scott Malcolm, number 2 of them.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Um,
Because then the other thing too is if we're hitting with Dave Wohl at 3:30, oh, that's a sick one. Oh, that's so cool.
It's London install.
Yo, I've never seen that one before. I really like that. But I think particularly the fact that the sword like cuts off where you see the end of the leg. That's a really nice little detail.
I like the bats.
You know what? I like the bats too.
She usually doesn't have like the cross emblem, does she?
No.
No, but that's why I like this so much. It's like it's medieval. You know, she's gone back to like the Dark Ages. That's some time traveling Liesl Van Helsing right there. That's pretty friggin' badass.
I'm already gonna probably cut it off because I think we're gonna sell out of this one.
Oh, we're for sure gonna sell out of this one. I apologize in advance. And no wonder, because that's
like 14 of these ones.
look at all the little stuff in the background there. That's a friggin' grade A cover. I don't know if I can get it without all of the light, but see, like right behind the sword hand, you've got like I don't know. There's just all the little extra detail and stuff. Big fan. Big fan. Hold the guacamole, big fan, big fan. No, I like that cover, dude. That's awesome. I can't believe I've never seen that one. I do think it's cool that he knew instantly, Paul Green, that like Alex, done, #1 fan. So we are putting the names into the comment sections for those who are trying to do that. What company does the grade by letter? Grade A cover. I don't know. It's like grade A meat. I'll take it any day. Do you think that we should switch to recap after this? Or do you think we should do like one more Paul Green book and then hop over to Dave once he's on?
Literally one more Paul Green book. So
Nah, let's skip it. Forget it.
I'm waiting. I want to wait real quick for Kara to be done.
Yep, we're done.
Do we have any extra book 7s?
I think so, yeah.
Mark Bonington's looking to double up on that one too, if possible. Eddie says more green. I demand more green.
Okay, so that was book 9, right?
Yeah, book 9.
Anticipation. Nice.
Cool.
Liesl Van Helsing in winter attire. This is for the inevitable Liesl Van Helsing video game. I would like it to be, you know, like with Batman or Spider-Man, you get all of the different outfits that you can play as. Like, you know what? I feel like swinging around in New York in Liesl Van Helsing winter attire. You know, I want to wear the night, the Dark Ages costume. That's it. I'm throwing out $1 million ideas over here. Ideas that I stole, but $1 million nonetheless.
Is the candy cane a weapon? That's what I want to know.
Of course, dude. In the hands of Liesl Van Helsing, anything is a weapon. She, spoiler alert, took on Dracula with a piece of plastic. So I think that she can handle him with a candy cane. If you guys don't know, I've been reading through all of Van Helsing, and it's all I want to talk about. But there's other stuff at the office besides Van Helsing. So if anybody wants to talk about Van Helsing with me, I'm dying to talk about Van Helsing.
Every time I read Sword of Heaven, do you know that TikTok sound where they get all the JoJos to say, like JoJo in Japanese, and then they go, Ice of Heaven. And I always think that. I'll have to show it to you.
JoJo.
There's always a JoJo reference everywhere.
Where there is, you know, Jake and I are going to start our JoJo club.
Oh my god.
We're gonna talk.
Jake
Jake and I are going to watch nothing but JoJo starting Monday.
Let's yes.
That was so sad.
JoJo watch party.
JoJo watch. We'll text you from the office. JoJo watch party. All on lunch. All right. So, Mark, you haven't read Van Helsing yet? Dude, you got to jump on that.
They've not done that, man.
Mark, what's your, I don't know what your favorite character is, Mark, but it should be Van Helsing. Just joking. I like all of them. But I've had a friggin' blast. I went through all 4 of the Pat Shand Van Helsings, 2 Chuck Dixons, 1 Ralph Tedesco, a Raven Gregory, and a Franchini.
And what was your favorite?
That's tough, dude. Number 1 is Darkness and the Light is a classic because the writing and the artwork complement each other so well. It is just that classic, like gothic horror, you know, the streets of London, the fog, the smoke, everything just comes together so perfectly. But I love the artwork in Versus Dracula. I think that's some really good stuff too. The artwork in The Mummy is solid too, but I particularly like the flashback sequences. The artist that does those interiors does these really cool, like, I don't know, page layouts. It look kind of like a sarcophagus and sometimes, but all of them are great. You literally cannot go wrong with the Van Helsing book. It's impossible.
Which one did Cole Petro do?
Leo took a rare appearance doing interiors on Versus Frankenstein.
That's right.
Which is great because it's like whenever you look at Leo Colapietro's covers, they're all like, you know, they're very intricate. They got a lot going on. You know, the composition of them is very like, you know, it's fancy. I don't know how else to describe it, but he kind of brings that same like detail to his interiors as well. So like when they have like hair or like the Mothman, you know, have their tentacles coming out. It's all very like wiggly wobbly all over the place. So I don't know, big Leo fan over here. But that is Green 10. Mark, if you like Robin, dude, then you definitely got to hop on Van Helsing. Robin Hood makes an appearance. She has a brief cameo in Dracula, brief cameo in Frankenstein, and obviously she has a huge role in Van Helsing versus Robin Hood. But hold the phone, it doesn't stop there. No, sir. She's also a key player in the League of Monsters. When all the monsters pull a Sinister Six and you got to go up against them, you're going to need everybody in your corner, including Hellchild, including Robin Hood, including Dr. Alex Igor. But everybody, you know, cool dudes teaming up, great times. Green 10, throw it in the comments if you want it. It shall be yours. Did we sell out of that?
We have a few left, but we're good.
Gotcha. I am going to run over to that room. Would someone mind playing me my...
Are we doing recap after this, or are we done for this?
I think we breeze through recap. Say Dave and I will go till about 4 o'clock.
Gotcha.
we'll do recap for the final, like last little bit, breeze through, and then give away some sidekicks. Hopefully, a black and white Van Helsing statue. We can get that like count up. I'm seeing a lot of people watching right now. But we'll do a snail race for those at the very end, and then we'll call it a Friday, dude. Everybody can go home and enjoy their weekend. Yeah? Would somebody mind playing that funky, my funky transitional intro? Yes,
3,
please.
2, 1.
No deal.
Yamas! Ah, man, I almost made it. Second off, not the right intro, but that's fine because there were multiple intros in the background anyway. I apologize. There's a now that's classy. That gets the people going. That's what the people want to see. Also, I apologize. It's gotten much darker in here since the Paul Green interview. But I don't want to waste any time. So without further delay, please welcome to the stream, Mr. David Wohl.
Good evening.
Good evening. You're Dracula. I'm Reinfeld.
Reinfeld?
Isn't it Reinfeld or Reinfeld?
Renfield.
Renfield. Thank you. I never know. Would you ever do a comic that comes with like a pronunciation, like a speak and spell?
I would. Yeah, sure, without a doubt.
Would Zenescope?
Reinfeld sounds like Seinfeld.
Missed opportunity, dude. Reinfeld Seinfeld spinoff.
So how was the Paul Green interview?
Dude, Paul Green is a legend. We were just talking to him. First off, he was kind enough to send a bunch of his like sketches and mock-ups. But the thing is, like all of his sketches and mock-ups, even the ones that don't get used, they're still like super high quality pieces. Like you could slap that on a book and still publish it and get it out there.
I love it.
Yeah, the fact that he's doing like as much work and putting in as much effort as he is, and some of that stuff's just like, yeah, we'll use number 3. I don't know. It blows my mind, but he's a monster, man. Especially the fact that, 12, like minimum 12 covers for this year's Candy subscription, but put on everything he's doing on top of that, Collectors Club.
And not remixes. A loser among them.
Right. Every single one that he puts out is a banger. I can't think of like one bad Paul Green. And I'm still finding newer Paul Greens that I've never seen before. That Van Helsing, I don't know if you saw that we were just selling. That one, first time viewer, first time listener, long time lover. But
Scott wonders when Paul Green will be doing a con in the United States. Unless US means something else, but I think it means United States.
I think so too. Let's play it safe. Say that US stands for United States. I don't know. That's not a question that I got to ask. I do know that he's very comfortable over there. And if somebody was like, hey, you can just stay where you are and not have to go anywhere, I'd say, all right, sounds good. We'll just hang out here, nice and cozy.
So probably not.
Probably not, but who's to say? Que sera, sera, man.
How does it feel being the leader of this convention without having Jason around?
Oh, this virtual?
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm a little winded. The dragon costume's hot, but I feel like I needed to wear it. Nobody does it better than Jason, though. The guy makes it look easy. I don't have any sports banter. Yeah.
He's like Jerry Lewis.
Absolutely. He's Jerry Lewis. I'm I don't know.
You're Alan Alda.
Sure. I'll take it.
Anyway. So here we are.
Here we are back again. Thank you for joining us today.
Sure. Anytime. Mostly.
So I went back and I listened to our previous episode to try and get caught up.
Too. I hate my voice. I have a lot of trouble watching old videos of myself because I'm like, wow, Noah's so cool, but Oh yeah, Dean Martin probably is a better comp.
I'll take that. I'm not nearly as cool as Dino, though. I feel like Dino's nothing against Jerry Lewis, but Dean Martin's Dean Martin.
I think there was a lesser Rat Packer. Maybe you could be one of them.
The fifth Beatle. But yeah,
the stream, Ian. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for being here. But yeah, I watched. I know I'm right there with you. I don't like listening to my voice. I don't go back. Like, I'm sure it would be helpful to see like what I'm doing wrong, or what I'm doing right. But I don't like listening to myself. I thank you for everybody who's listening right now.
But you've watched it enough to be able to catch everyone up on where we are.
Yes, I did. I did go back and listen to it. So I feel like we kind of left it off, and I don't know how far we're supposed to go with this.
We can go as far as we want.
Yes, because I feel like we're starting to get into like, okay, like it's taken a little bit, but the fire's roaring now. Like we've got the the stuff in there. We're exactly. So now it's really roaring, and we're just throwing logs on.
Well, I think we want to, the fact that we have our little intimate setting here to go over the story. I feel like we could take advantage of, everyone out there to help push the story along in whatever particular direction. So, on behalf of Mark, we could do a little recap.
Yes. So where we left off, I kind of have 3 points. We have a gem, we've got a Rocky, and we've got a big man. The gem is an actual physical gem. Now, I don't think that we've determined what the gem's purpose is. Obviously, the gem has some sort of power. But
one thing I will say is that we know that the gem is going to be it's part of our universe, part of our when I say universe, I mean like the world of Zenescope, right? So the gem is going to be something. Yeah, I know what you're saying. We don't know exactly what its purpose is, but we're gonna in Robin 100, for example, something that seems like the gem makes an appearance. We'll just leave it at that.
I am very excited because I don't know what's going to happen in Robin Hood 100, but I saw the crossover covers, the connecting set, and in the third one, on the third Zero, she's got all of these like sigils all over her. She's floating. She's got this crazy magic stuff happening in the background. So does it have something, can you say, that has to do with that?
I can say that it might have something to do with that.
Stay tuned. Robin 100 coming to a comic book store near you. So yes, I think the gem, how we left it, was a combination of the monolith from 2001 Space Odyssey, but also Michigan J. Frog from the Looney Tunes. Right.
Michigan J. Frog. Yes. Okay.
And so in the monolith, the gem has an influencing power. It has its own, not necessarily like its own motive, like its own thing that it's intended to do and will do, but it's not like it's trying to do it. It just is. It is that gem, and this is what the gem does. However, the gem reacts differently to different people, a la Michigan J. Frog. So the two other bullet points that I think we were touching on was that there's two big players in regards to the gem. There is an original user, possibly somebody that found it, discovered it, is aware of it, and is able to use it for, their intentions, their ideas. And then there is a Rocky character, kind of the, not necessarily a bum, but maybe doing
Rocky
something.
/ Samuel Jackson from Pulp Fiction.
Yes. He is just a guy. I'm glad that you brought that part back up, because that's a good.
I brought that part back up because I was thinking about it. So once you're done with your recap, I could go into a little bit of what I was thinking about.
All right, yeah, please. So just to round down the recap, we were saying that, an enforcer. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. So the idea would be that the big man, the dude in charge of the stone who initially finds it and is using the power, isn't getting its full potential. But when this Rocky-based character, this kind of underling, the enforcer, Samuel L. Jackson, carrying out the tasks on behalf of the big man,
I'm not sure if those two guys need to be connected prior to the story.
okay,
We'll go
yeah,
into that more later, but I don't think he's an underling of the guy that's got the gem. I think he is an underling who ends up maybe in this other world. I don't think he needs to be involved with that person prior to the story.
gotcha. So not like a manager and an employee, but more so just by proximity kind of thing.
One is a manager and one is an employee, but they're not connected to each other.
Gotcha. So I think that's pretty much the recap. I think that's where we left it off. I feel like that's a good position to be like, all right, where do we go with the gem? Where do we go with
let me
Rocky?
talk about some of the things I liked about some of the stuff that you were pitching, or one thing in particular. When you were talking about the, even though you didn't bring this up in the recap, but I remember talking about the preacher kind of guy. I was thinking of I forgot what I was watching. I was watching something about some like cult leader. I don't remember, a real cult leader, right? Who maybe you know, because I know you're like an aficionado of all things cult related.
I do like my cults.
I think he was a guy who ended up like in the one that killed all the people in Mount Carmel, aka Waco, Texas.
Okay.
I think that guy, or maybe it's Heaven's Gate. I don't know. One of them. Maybe that guy started in San Francisco, or somehow like moved to San Francisco and like was like sort of this not really a street preacher. I guess he started as I think maybe it was David Koresh. I think he started as like a street preacher and then ended up having this sort of like this like storefront in San Francisco where like people would just sort of start joining him. And so I was thinking like when you were talking about that idea of like the whole light, you know, like someone basically has the gem and is doing stuff with it. And so it's this David Koresh like guy. You know, like David Koresh when he was back then didn't have like the ultimate David Koresh agenda, I don't think. I mean, he might have, but who knows. But so he was just sort of doing like, you know, preachy kind of stuff. So he's got this gem, so that kind of makes him legitimate, right? I mean, because like if I could like lay my hand on you and like some glow happens and you know you could see, then obviously people would kind of flock to you. So he's got ability. And then something would happen and he would lose it. So he would lose that ability, but somehow he ends up being aware of who ends up with it. And the person who ends up with it is this other guy, this Rocky. So and Rocky is morally ambiguous, I guess. I don't think he'd mind doing the right thing. He's just doing the easy thing, you know, and ends up like just with this thing, and this thing ends up working for him. Maybe like the David Koresh guy couldn't really do much with it, you know. It just like minor miracles. Like maybe you're blind and like it allows you to hear better. Like maybe it doesn't quite.
It's like I can't walk, but boy, my taste buds are superior.
Right, but your arms are stronger, so you can push your wheelchair better. Yeah, unprincipled is a way to put it, but he no, I mean he's got some principles. Anyway, so he gets this thing, and then somehow this David Koresh guy kind of gets in his ear, you know, and like kind of takes him under his wing, and then maybe he becomes his enforcer or something. I don't really know much beyond that, but that's sort of like the way I was kind of rolling with it, like to think about combining the two stories that way. So basically, he starts getting a Han Solo type. No, Han Solo is in the D&D, again, talking about it, because I know I brought that up last time too. Han Solo to me is like chaotic good. Like he doesn't actually do anything bad. This guy, you know, I mean, if someone asks him to kill somebody, he'll probably kill somebody. Like, you know, he may feel bad about it, but he'll do it. So I think it's a different. It wouldn't be like Han Solo. Like his moral compass is a little more screwed up than that.
So I'd be interested to know, like, when you're typically in this, you know, in the writer's room, in the character creation process, once you hit this point, where do you typically, like, is there a direct path that you typically follow? Or do you say, like, because for me, I'm interested, like, I want to know what it is about this Rocky guy that is, you know, motivating him. Like, what is it that has got his...
Actually, now is a great time to think about something like that, because if you think about like what motivates a character, then you could know, like, oh, no, they wouldn't do that, right? So like all the little bits that I've said so far, right, you know, is based on nothing. Like he could have easily been a Han Solo character, but I know in my head I already thought about him as a little more morally ambiguous than that, right? Like I guess for some reason I'm thinking of like Godfather kind of bad guys, you know, like they have their code, but
Right.
But they're totally willing to do shitty things, you know. But at the same time, excuse my language, they're totally willing to do messed up things. But
and I would say with Han Solo, like Han Solo, you know, if he shoots Greedo, he shoots whatever, you know, when that gets down to it, it's you know, oh, it's him or me, you know, that type of mentality. Like, I don't know if, you know, Han Solo necessarily feels guilty about shooting Greedo.
actually, here's the thing. I would think, like I think I said last time, the gem is chaotic neutral. I think our guy is lawful neutral, because I think our guy follows rules. It's just who's telling him the rules is what counts, you know. So he's not. So he will do bad things if they're the right thing according to his, you know, his culture. So yeah, so lawful neutral, if we're to put everybody in those terms.
No, those are great terms. It's the fact that you can break it down, you know, for the most part into like a 3x3. Like, okay, you've got your good, your neutral, your bad. You've got your,
Yeah,
you know.
Say you're Vito Corleone
Mhm.
back in the 1930s or whatever, Little Italy. Like he's doing what he feels like he's supposed to do.
Yeah, he's like, I have to make it here in America. I have
But
to
he's
provide.
religious, and he's like, you know, he thinks he's doing stuff that's for the religion. Like his whole family is religious and does religious stuff. So yeah, so I kind of feel like he's like that. Although I wouldn't even think he's that religious particularly. But probably I think that like a whole bunch of people in our generation, there's people who are, oh, Dave is talking to me. Let's see if Dave is telling me something about this. Maybe he's got something to say.
He's like, you guys are ruining. You just spoiled the whole second half.
Oh no, he just said thank you. Oh well, because I'm going over his script. Anyway, so see, I just totally messed up my train of thought by looking at Dave's thing.
Yeah. So we were talking about religion, Vito Corleone.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Rules.
So I was saying people of our generation in the grand scheme of things. I think people who are post baby boomers, since you and I are not even part of the same generation, I don't think. But I think we're all part of the generation where our parents, you know, often grew up in more religious households, whereas we didn't. Maybe you did, but I didn't. So I know because of that, like there's people who have sort of a basic idea. Yeah, see, Mark and I are both Generation X. People have a basic idea of like, you know, what the morals are based on the religion that they grew up in, but they don't really sort of follow it too much. But they still know what's wrong, you know. So I feel like this guy would be more like Rocky. I mean, when he encounters this David Koresh guy, like there's something interesting about what he's saying, you know, like he doesn't just blow it off like I might.
Now, do you think it's like it's David Koresh with the stone, like his kind of like what he's doing with these like pseudo miracles, or do you think it's more like okay, no, this guy has something to say, or, I'm interested. I agree with what he's saying. This guy's got good opinions. I'm going to follow this dude because
Well, I
of,
think David Koresh had the stone, right?
Mhm.
This is a very weird analogy, but I guess it's not very weird. It's kind of weird. My dad was not a very religious person, but as he got later in life, he got into some weird stuff. And one of the things he got into was there was some guy, like, we grew up in New York. There was some guy, I don't remember where he was, somewhere around New York. His name was Father Diorio. And my dad and his sister would like always talk about this guy, Father Diorio, who like did miracles. And I don't know if he went to visit him or what. I just remember he suddenly got obsessed with this guy, Father Diorio, who did miracles, right? So the reason I bring that up is because I think of this guy, this David Koresh guy did do miracles, right? So if you talk to any of his followers, they've seen his miracles, right? Like shining my light on you and you're able to smell better or whatever it was. But he's not doing miracles anymore because our guy's got the gem. So going back to what you're saying, so he doesn't really have power anymore. That's why he wants to manipulate our guy. But there's enough of the past miracles to make it seem like this guy is telling the truth.
So maybe it's something where it's like once this guy is introduced, once Rocky comes into the picture, like the stone, even for say what are we calling him? David Feisch? The cult guy, David Koresh. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to remember our code names for everybody.
David Koresh is a real person.
Well, right, but we're not writing a story unless can we do David Koresh for real in the comic?
We could if we chose to, but I don't know if there'd be upside for it.
Historical fiction.
Historical fiction has a place. Maybe they could go kill Hitler.
Fun. But so would the stone cease to work? So as soon as Rocky,
right? H.H. Holmes was a hit.
That's true. Actually, I was topic of conversation for another time, but I have been finding some like crazy, like real stories about dudes that have like kidnappers and cannibals and stuff, where it's like, these guys were real, and that's the scariest part of it all.
You know what's interesting about that is we have a Tales of Terror Halloween story that we're working on. I don't know. We just solicited it, but it has there's a whole theme around those kind of serial killers. So if there's ever a time that you could pitch the idea of including some of these guys that you found in it, this is the time.
Okay, I am absolutely going to send you my link.
The time. It might be too late now, but no, it's not. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you can still do it.
Well, because there was I don't know if you've ever read them, but there's those series of books like Weird New Jersey and Weird Pennsylvania and stuff like that.
I think Dave read a lot of those.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of weird, creepy, spooky stuff in Pennsylvania, including like some
killer in Pennsylvania.
I don't think so. There was a guy, like, it was an early case of like undocumented like schizophrenia, where this guy had kidnapped a girl, and it wasn't like a malicious or anything. I think it was just kind of like I don't know. She wasn't harmed. She wasn't hurt. The cops killed him. But I don't know. Tons of weird stuff like that. I don't want to get us off track.
I know. I think that everything's on track. Do you know, I once went to when I was a kid, when I was like 9 years old, I went to maybe even younger. I went to the Haunted Mansion, or I don't know, it's probably not there anymore. There was a Haunted Mansion in Long Branch, New Jersey. And I was really young, and it was like one of those haunted houses. I mean, they advertised it on TV, and it was like one of those things where people like walk up to you and do stuff to you. And Lizzie Borden, this woman had like a blood all over her, like this blonde wig, and like took an axe and put it like right up to my neck. And I got so scared. It like totally traumatized me. Thank you.
Thank you, Lizzie Borden cosplayer from New Jersey. Yeah. No,
so
that is.
I always like some of my favorite horror movies. I wish Amber was here because I could talk to her about horror movies where people go into like a haunted house or something, and there's real like killers inside of it, or like fun houses, and I forgot that there's a movie like that. But anyway, now I totally digressed. So, so let's do that.
No, I was just watching something the other day where I was thinking like, man, it would be really easy to kill somebody if you were to dress up. Hey, look at me, I'm a wacky clown inside a haunted house. This axe is
According
definitely
to the
fake.
FBI, there's 25 to 50 active serial killers at all times in the United States. And I know that what was his name? The guy that is it Malcolm Gladwell? No, who was the guy that did the Billy Bean story? Was like that movie, the Hardball, whatever was that? Is that what it was called? The guy who did all the mathematics stuff in
Moneyball?
Yeah, the guy who did the mathematics stuff in baseball. I forgot his name. Yeah, I know Moneyball's, but that guy who did Bill James did a no, Michael Lewis wrote the book, but Bill James is the one who created the concept. Wrote a book on a serial killer from like the 1900s who like no one really knows this. Like he pieced together the fact the serial killer must have killed like hundreds of people, but it was before like any sort of forensics happened. So so he was just able to, like, he had the same MO, like going from state to state and just killed like a whole bunch of people. He's probably the biggest killer of all time, but people don't really just know about him because he killed like at a time when people just weren't aware of serial killers. Anyway, I digressed again, but this is all stuff interesting, that could lead to stories. So it's worthwhile to talk about.
All right. Once I find I don't know. There were a lot. I fell down a rabbit hole the other day, unfortunately.
Paul Green is the comic serial killer. I agree with that sentiment.
For the listeners at home, cereal with a CEREAL.
Oh, for the people who are listening to this on radio?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're listening to Zen AM. AM quality content in the AM afternoon. Zen AM.
So I guess we should get back on track. So I guess this is on track.
You just said everything's on track.
That's right. Everything is on track.
Nothing's off topic.
But I do think that your question before, this is the time to come up with what is his motivation, is just throwing. I'm not saying this is it, but like is his mother sick? Is he doing it for the money? Does he have a kid? Is he trying to impress a girl? Like whatever it is, all those things will guide him organically on the path that we choose to put him on. So I thought my cat was over there, but he's not.
Yeah, I definitely feel like, and Dave, when we had emailed him earlier, kind of had some ideas about him maybe having like a daughter or like a family member or something. But I definitely feel like family in any position, like, I don't know, like I'll do whatever for the family, even going back to Godfather, he was like, oh, this is for the family. This is for the family. Even though obviously it might bend morals, like, yeah, I just killed all these people in, cold blood while I was, baptizing my, nephew or whatever.
Yeah, and in Mark's question, I don't think he knows how to use the gem. I think he uses it. It kind of works for him just because of their connection, but he doesn't know how to use it.
So
I think maybe probably the David Koresh guy will become his mentor. His mentor has bad intentions. He's helping him learn how to use it.
So I'm kind of like I guess what I'm picturing is that, there's this David Koresh dude performing miracles. Our Rocky character is, potentially susceptible. I guess we got to look at like what makes a good cult leader, or, like what makes a good cult follower. Normally it's something like, you're missing something from your life, or you're looking to make sense of something. And that.
But I think it's a little different with him. Yeah. I think in general what you're saying is true, but we don't normally have cult leaders who maybe on YouTube you've seen him do a miracle. Like that's the difference. Like if I follow David Koresh, who's telling me that he's the son of God or whatever, and he could do like amazing things, I don't believe it until. But this guy, I might have seen him do it on TikTok. I've seen him actually perform a miracle. So say Rocky is a skeptic. because I want to be religious and I just can't because I just don't believe it. This guy's actually doing something that shows me that it's real, you know? So maybe because of that, I would follow him. So it might be less about his charisma and more just about he seems to talk the talk and walk the walk. There could be a price to use the gem. They could, well, it could be a problem for the David Koresh guy, because maybe the more you use it, the more you're connected to it. I mean, I guess we'll have to figure out why it left him, why it left David Koresh in the first place. You know,
Right.
If he just.
But it's not just that it left David Koresh, but that it's more powerful in the hands of Rocky, or it gets some sort of different reaction.
Yeah.
So at that point, would David Koresh be like, you know, obviously still wanting to use the gem to whatever benefit he's getting, but now he just has to work through Rocky. So Rocky is kind of acting as the middleman, where it's like, you know, I still want to do what I want to do with the gem, but now I have to kind of build you up, you know, in order for me to get what I want through the gem. Like, I have to kind of mold you, make you into, or I guess like at this point is David Koresh like, you know, hey, I'm the son of God, you're God's nephew, you know, like you are now part of this, you know, however David Koresh explains the gem and explains his, you know, religion, his path or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
and I think that yeah, maybe there's like I guess a finite amount of times to use it isn't exactly, it's a price, but it's not that bad of a price. So yeah, it must need to do something worse too.
Because then the other thing too is maybe David Koresh is using Rocky to avoid paying the price himself. Like, if there is a price to the stone, like, you know,
like it kills you.
Yeah, like it kills you, like it makes your teeth fall out, like it gives you gout, you know, something. He's like, oh man,
makes you hungry.
It makes you really hungry. It's like, dude, I don't want to be peckish all the time. So I'm
gonna maybe it kills you.
Yeah. And so he's like, all right, you know what? And maybe that's the thing, is maybe he's just going through people left and right. Like, he's like, I don't know, just throwing it out there, but maybe it's just like, have there been Rockies before Rocky? Like, have there been other people that have been attracted to the gem that this guy's kind of like let the gem chew up and spit out? But because he's not directly working with the gem, he's kind of like, you know, hey, you know, I'm using oven mitts. I'm using human oven mitts to take this freaking quiche out of the oven.
Or it could even be that he's able to use it indirectly through that other person, maybe. So maybe he never used it himself. He's just like working through other people and like doing these miracles. Like, maybe he's able to do these minor miracles with it, just when he's in proximity of the person who's able to use it. That's a possibility.
So before I always hate that. Like, I feel like we got to do like an hour-long episode of these. Like, maybe we talk to Joe and see like if we can do a masterclass marathon or something. Because we're running out of time towards the end of the stream. So we got to go do a recap. But again, I feel like we're just getting into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah. I think it's moving in a good direction.
I know. I'm super excited. I want to keep talking about it.
And I like the suggestions. It could build up over time and start to cause negative events.
Yeah. And so I guess we got to figure out, like, I guess, what are David Koresh's motivations, maybe pre-stone and post-stone.
Let me write down some notes here.
Okay. So we got to find
watch the video again.
and I feel like we gotta come up with new code names instead of Rocky, David Koresh, and Michigan J Frog.
Okay.
Although I do love those as code names.
No, I don't. I think it's fine to use them for now.
Okay.
Even though if you keep using them, then you'll end up making that their names.
Yeah. Daniel Karish.
Okay.
Power ? Mark is asking. Mark the question mark.
Need to figure out that too. What exactly does this thing do?
And that's where I'm like, because I don't want to, whatever happens in Robin Hood 100, whatever happens with the stones in the Grimm universe, like I don't want to spoil
I don't
that.
think it's more connecting the origins. It's less in the moment and more in the past. So don't worry about. We're not doing anything that messes with that.
Okay, cool. Because yeah, no, because that's I do think, like kind of like what Mark is saying. I think once we nail down that power, then the rest of that stuff might kind of fall into place. As in, what is David, or what is Koresh's, motivation pre and post stone introduction? What is it that prevents, or what is he having these people do with the stone, and what is it that inevitably turns Rocky against David Koresh? Because there has to be a breaking point where he's like, whoa, hold on a second, this isn't what I signed up for. Like either he has the realization like, hey man, I've been using that stone a lot and my arms are starting to look like skeletons. I don't know if that's, hey, don't worry about it, that's fine.
And my breath is really bad.
My breath is bad, my arms look like skeletons, and I don't know, every time I close my eyes I hear this backwards talking demonic voice, but might just be allergy season. Who can say? So yeah, I think I think we've got like our 3 pillars in terms of like Rocky, David Koresh, Michigan J Frog. And now we just
and tell Mark we that's our point number 1 was what are David Koresh's motivations pre-stone and post-stone. So we got that in there. His reason for being a cult leader.
Yes.
I'm gonna add that to the note.
Reason for being the cult leader. But I like what you're saying about like, this guy, this Rocky dude wanting to have that religious, like for me, I would love like some of my more religious friends. I'll be honest, I envy because I'm like, dude, like you got it all figured out, like they are so cool and so chill just because they are like, they know what's going on, I guess. Exactly. And faith goes a long way. Think about friggin' Superman. Think about Green Lantern's power, man. Hope, faith, it's a great, force of nature. So yeah, whenever anybody has that, solidified, like they're definitely like, whoa, hell yeah. So, I can see how Rocky would be like, I want that. I want to have that, that security, that sense, that whatever.
Yeah. And you're willing to, because he showed that he actually could do something.
Yeah. It's like, holy shit, this is it. It's not just a bunch of old books.
And
this guy's.
He knows, like the David Koresh is the guy that's making him able to activate the power too. So he doesn't even know that he could use it without David Koresh. Maybe.
I like that too. Like like he's dependent on David. Like without like it's it's our connection or whatever. It's my connection with David. It's not just me and the stone. It's me, the stone, and David.
And yes, maybe David Koresh does help Rocky cure someone.
Yeah. Like maybe he's got a friend or a family or something, like somebody's sick.
You've got a friend.
It's a slow, sad Randy Newman in the background during the transformation sequence or something.
That would be nice.
For the inevitable movie adaptation, of course.
Written by everyone in this room.
Yeah, you get a credit. You get a credit. You get a credit. All right. Well, unfortunately, David, not Koresh, but G. Wohl. That is where we're going to have to draw the line for today.
Cool. Good luck with the rest of the convention.
Thank you very much. And I hope you have a wonderful and enjoyable weekend.
And you as well. And thanks to everybody.
Thank you to everybody in the comments section. Thank you to you for joining us, of course.
And thank you to you for hosting.
Shucks. Thank you for being. All right. Thanks you, David. I love our conversations. I wish we could have them more, and I wish we could have them for longer. But until next time, I will pitch to Joe an hour-long masterclass of some sort. So we can,
cool.
I want to buff it out. I want to get there. I want to get the gold. Pay dirt, baby.
Move and
All
shake.
Right. Yeah. All right. Talk to you later, David. See ya. And off. All right. David Wohl, ladies and gentlemen. Always a pleasure. Again, we're getting into the nitty gritty every time, and then we got to cut it down. We actually went a little overtime, so I apologize. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us and staying tuned. But let's throw it back over to the studio, where we can do some sales recap, and everyone can go and enjoy their weekend. Let's see how this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah! It's me, the dragon.
That was pretty good.
Thanks. Practice. If we keep doing it enough, we'll get better at it. But we don't have to. My friends and I, we once said we were going to do, now that I have the Black and Mild in my hand, we said we were going to once do like a chain smoking 4K. And so it's a chain smoking relay race. So you would have to smoke a pack while you run. And then like once you get to one location, you have to like, all right, pull out the next pack. And the idea is just it's a bunch of dudes laying dead on the side of the road, just heaving.
Oh.
Zenescope does not condone bad stuff. All right, recap.
Recap it is.
Recap. Yes, Jenna, I wish that I had like an official Zenescope onesie. Like if I could have these horns like red and my dragon wings a little like purple and red. If I was just a little bit more on point with Zenjamin, like I'll settle. I'm the monochrome Zenjamin. I'm
Black and white sentiment, just like the statue you could win.
just like the statue you could win if we hit 90 likes. Wonderful job, Casey. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Zenjamin can
I
fly.
didn't through it.
I throw stuff all the time.
It's true. Most of the time at me.
Well, sometimes for the camera, for dramatic effect. No, check this out. This looks so cool. Pick that up. All right. Next up, recap. Let's rock and roll. Thank you to Dave Wohl. Thank you to Paul Green. Thank you for everybody in the comment section. We're going all the way back around at the beginning. We're going to blast through with pack number 1. Let's take a look at what's in pack number 1. Bam, there you go, right there. Meguro. Whew, I am a little winded. Give me a second here.
Take a breath.
Thank you. Meguro Icon collectible cover, part of our Meguro double up series. Are we allowing double ups? Yes, we are allowing double ups. Larry Younger and all of you other eager fans in the comment section. If you would like to double up on pack 1 here, I give it me the big thumbs up. It's all right, Ian. Thank you very much for trying. If we don't make it, we don't make it. That's one more black and white statue that I get to keep at my desk. And unfortunately, some refrigerators that are going to be empty and sad with no commemorative magnets. But what are you going to do? Brandon is asking, is the $250 for the mystery envelope for the VCon or per day? So if they
had
did
that conversation, that was George's question.
Oh yeah, so only one per customer for the time being, I think is what we decided. But double up on pack 1 for Larry. We definitely got you, sir. If you were looking to complete your sticker board collection, that Paul Green cover on the second to right, that is going to have the convention, the sticker that is available for this convention and also for your sticker board. And then that John Royal on the far right, our diamond exclusive cover, that is only going to be available in pack number 1. We will not be selling that individually. So if you did not get pack number 1 and you want that John Royal book, the only way to get it is through pack number 1. So type in pack number 1 and it shall be yours. And Trent, I think it's $250 just in general, in total, combined with day 1 and day 2. So there you go. I wish I could give everybody mystery envelopes, but unfortunately we have a limited supply, and they're going crazy on the secondary market. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. You can find unopened mystery envelopes on eBay for more than we're giving them away for here.
They're appreciating value.
They're appreciating value. Thank you, Casey. Mm-hmm. It's going up. It's going up. It's going up. Pack number 1, throw it into the comments section and shall be yours. Double ups are available if you so choose. Let's move on to pack number 2. Pack number 2, there it is. Thank you very much. We got Meguro on the far left. We got a little Keith Garvey, little Mike Krome, all Z-rated. No top, no problem. And that final book on the far right there, Mike Krome, our Bell Platinum Diamond, limited to 99. That is only available in pack number 2. Double up on pack number 2? Yes, Larry, we got you for 2 of pack number 2. Yes, so if you want that Mike Krome, the only way that you're going to be able to do that is by purchasing pack number 2. We've got those Z-rated covers in there, so if you want it, just throw it in the comments and it shall be yours. Moving on down the line, going to book number 1. Book number 1 is this puppy right over here. It was from our initial pack. There you go. Bob's your uncle. Book number 1, only $25. Part of our Icon collectible set. Ebas did them all last year. Muguro's doing them all this year. Who will do them again? Will there be more? I don't know. The future has not yet been determined. Keep that in mind. And I do like the dragon decal behind. If I stand up tall enough, it looks like I have little piece.
It does.
I'm Benjamin. How does Benjamin talk? What's his voice?
I don't know. You gotta think about that. You're the master of voices around here.
Hey, look at me. I'm Benjamin. I'm a dragon. What do you want?
It's like Austin Powers and Goldmember at the beginning with Danny DeVito. Like, hey, assholes, I'm in the...
Hey, look at me. I can't like that. You friggin' clone.
I always thought he would be like dapper and like a monocle.
Oh, hello there. I'm young Master Benjamin.
Maybe Paul Green can do the voice.
Paul Green, yeah, I do think so. He does have a nice voice. I feel like, because definitely like the Zenjamin that's on the Zen Buck, he's a classy mofo. He's got his mustache, he's got his top hat. He's one good looking dude. Hello, I'm Zenjamin, Zenjamin Z Esquire. Preparing comic books for everybody. As he's an older Zenjamin. All right, book number 2. If you want book number 1, throw it in the comments. It shall be yours. Double ups allowed, I'm sure, maybe. Book number, no, yes. All right, good. I'm getting a head shake. Book number 2. Bam, there it is. This was in pack 1. If you already got pack 1, you have this book, but no one can tell you not to get 2. Grab a second copy if you want by itself or in the pack. Book number 2 is only $25, and it is that Keith Garvey swimsuit color burst. Go Team Gretel. Ready to move on?
Sure.
All right, book number 3, speed round, so we can get to these giveaways. Book number 3 is that Mike Krome June live stream collectible cover. Happy birthday to all of you Zenescope people. Zenescope fans, I feel like this is just as much your birthday as it is our birthday. Because think about it. Where were you without Zenescope? Where was I without Zenescope? Where were any of us without Zenescope? Where is Zenescope? Who is Zenescope? What is Zenescope? Why all these questions? Just drink your monkey venom. That's monkey venom for you. Book number 3. Throw it in the comments and it shall be yours. Scott, we got you for book number 3. No worries. Chris, we got you for book number 2 as well. Book number 4. Moving on down the line. Truckin'. Good times. Book number 4. Gretel. Z-rated. Topless cover. Only 100. Limited to 75. Only 75 of these available. If you want one, I would throw book number 4 into the comment section and we will send it off to you. Double ups available if you so desire. Book number 3, double up for Larry. Yes, sir, we got you. Rob Pete, richer in terms of what a rich collection of comics and stories and characters. What a rich history that has been provided. We are all millionaires through Zenescope. Thanks, Zenescope. Book number 5. All the way down there. Book number 5. Z-rated 100 Gretel. Topless. Holy guacamole. Keith Garvey. Barely holding on. How did Jason do? Actually, I don't know, dude. Jason might have you beat on that one.
He doesn't have me beat. I can tell that. But I think what this says is it says a lot about Keith Garvey's form.
Form? How elegantly put, Kiera.
Hold
Thank
that
you.
up again. Okay.
All right, wait, we're getting Jake on the ruling.
Alright, so I'm seeing a little bit more, like on the
There's
right hand
more
side. There's more
skin.
skin. Yeah, there's more flesh on the right hand side.
Now, please be advised that more skin does not necessarily equal a win.
I think it does.
Skin does not equal win.
But if you have the real book, you give it a little shake and maybe get a little slip.
Oh, you know, do I give slippage for Jason
You're only allowed to do slippage.
on Jason's behalf? That's the amount of slippage I feel comfortable with.
You made it worse.
I think that's oops. Somehow, and I don't know how, I accidentally censored it more. All right, book number 5, we got you, Chris. You are good to go. Larry, yes, we got you for that double up as well. Moving on down to book number 6. Book number 6 is going to be that Mike Krome Z-rated birthday cover as well. Eric says slippage is an automatic win. No, I don't know, dude. All right, you do have smaller pasties. I apologize. I wasn't giving Jason enough credit because he definitely has some. It's not just a bar. He's got some competition.
Yeah, lazy.
I would say for some of the issues, but he's got other stuff going on, definitely. But I would say that for some of these, he has, he's put forth an effort. And I don't know.
Putting 2 stickers on instead of 1 is not an effort.
Excuse me. How many stickers digitally? How many stickers, period, did you put on?
Well, it depends how many nipples were shown.
Well, it depends. What do you define a sticker? Because is that technically a sticker?
It's
Is that a taco?
Oh, no.
Is that a sandwich?
Hey, has Total Recall ever been in the movie club?
Yes, it has.
Did we do like a 3-breasted variant for that?
We did not.
No, missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't know. Three breasts for a comic, that might break us. I don't think that might be more than Zenescope can handle.
It would sell really well, probably.
3 breasts? What cover has 3 breasts on it? Sorry, Nana, if you're listening, by the way.
Lost Boys?
No.
No, like an actual woman who has 3.
I thought you meant 3 sets.
No, not 3 sets. A total of 3. 3 per person.
I'm tapping out.
Kiera misunderstood the assignment.
That's okay. Ryan, it is 1 mystery envelope per person for both days. So if you spend combined between the 2 days, that is where you will be getting your card and your mystery pack from. Book number 6, throw it in the comments and it shall be yours. Let's look at book number 7. Double up. Yes, we can get you for a double up on book 6. Book number 7, that is going to have the sticker in the back that you are looking for. So that is the sticker right there. Looking fabulous, as always. Thank you, Mr. Green. And that is going to be used to complete your sticker board. As you can see, I've already put mine. What we need to do is, you know how in cooking shows, they're like, all right, I'm just going to put this in the oven for 10, 15 minutes. And then they immediately go over to their second oven and they pull out like a pre-done, like, look, this is what it'll look like when it's all finished. And then you're going to want to glaze the turkey. That's us right there. No, I've gone ahead in preparation and already stickered my board. And if you did the same, it should look something like this. But you go home, you buy book number 7, throw it in the comment section. You'll get a sticker yourself. And boy, howdy, you'll be able to put it on a board of your very own. Book number 7, put it in the comment section and it shall be yours. Book number 8. It's great. It's book number 8. Book number 8, Ball Green, is the Lingari lingerie variant. If you were looking for a little bit more sass, a little bit more something with your cover, and that regular variant isn't doing anything for you, why not try spicing it up? Book number 7 turned up to 11. Makes it book number 8. And book number 8, double ups, if we're allowing it. Definitely you can get more than 1 if you so choose. And hopefully everybody's got some decent weather wherever they're at, because it sounds like it's been storming out there. Yeah. This is not a waterproof costume. This hood does not do well when wet. Book number 8, throw it in the comment section. It shall be yours. Scott, we got you for book number 8. We got the list there for book number 7 as well. Book number 9. Moving on down the line. What do we got? Let's save some time with a Z-rated cover. 2 pasties delicately put on by Casey, albeit digitally. Very good work job, Casey. I'll have to give it to you on that one.
Why do you say this to one of our digital artists?
Oh,
Wouldn't that be?
because our digital artists don't work in stickers.
What?
I feel like this is Jason refers to this as sticker work. He says that's good sticker work. The work being the sticker.
He has the stickers. Like, I have to make the stickers, you know? I have to put them into the little circles. I have to put the Z's there.
Potentially, this is a debate that will go until the end of time.
Perhaps.
Maybe 10 years from now, people will be saying, is that a sticker? Is that not a sticker? Is that a pasty? Is that a taco? Is that a sandwich? What is a sandwich? Where does the sandwich stop and the wrap begin? These are the questions that everybody's going to be fighting with when they're trying to go to sleep tonight. Book number 9, throw it in the comment section. It shall be yours. Scott, we got you for book number 9. Let's take a look at what we got next. That's going to be the lovely showcase. If you're looking to get those lemon eyes, Paul Green was talking about this one earlier today during our interview. Definitely Casey's got Jason beat. Unfortunately, sorry, Jason. But there's that showcase. If you were looking to get a high grade with a CGC, not a 9.7, as I recently learned, but working in even intervals through 9.8 and below, you can get that and get it graded as well. Our showcases always grade out at higher qualities than our standard books just because of the paperweight and the binding and all of the other awesome materials. Mark LeBrand is asking if a hot dog is a sandwich. Casey, what's the ruling?
A hot dog is a taco.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. Casey says that a hot dog's a taco. That's the ruling. A hot dog is not a sandwich, it's a taco. Oh, not on. I feel like we just, I don't know. It breaks my brain trying to rattle it around. I don't know. Showcase number 1, throw it in the comment section. It shall be yours. Moving on down the line. Want to hit up the medals? Do we have any more medals?
Do it.
All right. Medal number 1. We got some left?
We do.
All right. Medal number 1. If you want number 1 medal, throw it into the comment section. Are you allowing double ups on medal number 1?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? If you want to double up on medal number 1, it's Freaky Friday, ladies and gentlemen. We got Jamie Lee Curtis. We got Lindsay Lohan, unofficial sponsors of the stream. Freaky Friday, swapping, getting crazy. If you want to double up, double up. Tammy is saying if the drawing earlier defines a hot dog as a taco. Yes, I do think that the hot dog is a taco based off of Casey's crack addict logic. All right, moving on to no, I'm joking. All right, moving on. Medal number 1. Moving on to medal number 2. Medal number 2 also $100, but look at that print run, only 15 made. If you are looking to be one of the awesome, very super cool, lucky 15 people that owns this particular medal, then type medal number 2 into the comment section and it shall be yours. Bring home a little rock type, a little ground type, a little possibly evolving into a Marrow Whack. Whack! See, because it's not actually Marowak, I won't get in trouble for saying that. Unrelated.
Isn't it dark?
Maybe. I don't know. You're wearing a skull on your head, so that's pretty dark if you ask me. Here's the thing. I feel like sometimes the monster types change.
That's true.
Like I feel like all of a sudden they were like, yeah, it was a dragon, but now we're gonna make it a water.
Yeah, it's a ground type.
It's a ground type. Gage is the expert. We'll take it. Antonio says hot dog does not equal a taco. Sorry, Antonio disagrees. If that's the census, man, I can't agree. I can't disagree with the census. That's facts. A census beats a hand-drawn infographic.
Yeah, but if you go to thecubeworld.com.
Medal number 3. I'm joking. Yes, medal number 3. Cubes. Go to cubeworld.com. Learn about Casey's sandwiches and such. Medal number 3, $100, 15 limited run, metal book, catch 'em collectible. Need I say more? Type medal 3 into the comment section and it will be yours. Double ups allowed if you're feeling crazy. Medal number 4. Let's bring it on home. Well, one more after this. Medal number 4, $100. Again, that is limited to 15. A little fire type. I think is that a dark type or just fire?
Hold on, what do we got? I think that's just fire.
Yeah.
Just fire.
Straight
Just
fire.
Straight fire. I like
That
that.
guy at Fan Expo.
Straight.
Everything like hot fire.
Ha! Dude, that's hot fire. That's straight fire. Hot, straight fire. All right, medal number 4, throw it in the comments and it will be yours. Medal number 5, bringing us home for real. Do we got to go back through those Paul Greens then? Yeah, so let's just do medal 5 and hit the...
Yeah.
All right, medal number 5, throw it in the comment section and it shall be yours. If you have any questions or concerns regarding your VCon order, always feel free to shoot us an email at vcons@zenescope.com, VCONS@zenescope.com. And if you have any worries, any concerns with your orders, we will get it all squared away. No fret. That is medal number 5. Throw it in the comment section and it shall be yours. We're going to do some snails.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do 2 giveaways here. We are going to, because as far as I know, we did not hit the 90 like goal. Sorry, everybody, but thank you, John, for trying to wrangle everybody in. But we will be giving away 2 of these signature sidekicks from Sidekick Supplies. Thank you again to Sidekick for sending these over. These will be going to 2 lucky fans who win our exclusive, iconic, well-loved, highly ranked, much talked about, fan favorite, snail race. And are we doing a dolphin race today,
We're gonna
Casey?
try and do a dolphin.
We're going to try and do a dolphin race. I think we can probably do a dolphin race.
Oh, did you hear about Casey and the dolphin?
I don't think so.
Oh my god.
Draft.
Wait, no, is this the SeaWorld thing?
Draft dodging. Dolphin killing.
Oh, come on.
What else did we have?
Oh, the goose.
The goose slaying,
Goose
tapping, dolphin killing, draft dodging. I feel like there were more. I had a whole
There was
list.
so much that she has done in her life.
Casey's a rebel.
Gaslighting.
Gaslighting, that's true. Casey gaslights me all the time. She gaslit me today. She was trying to convince me that her mom's name was Shannon.
Oh my god.
I don't know. This crazy kid. This crazy kid. This one of a kind. This gem. This Casey.
Oh.
Aw, shucks. Dolphin shirt, says Gary. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I do have one.
A dolphin shirt?
I do.
And you have a goose pin.
I do have a goose pin as well.
It's driving a little sidecar.
Hee hee. Uncle. And then I think the other thing we decided today was Zenescope is just going to turn into, we're going to put an owl and a goose in a cage and just let them fight. And that's going to be all of our entertainment from here on out, moving forward. It's just finding animals and seeing which one wins. I'm sure PETA will love that. Zenescope, officially endorsed by PETA and Greenpeace. Thanks, guys.
Oh, the dolphins look very cute.
Oh.
You want to slay them now?
She sees dolphins, any aquatic mammal, and the eyes just go red. That Kill Bill music starts to play. Oh, that is a cute dolphin. I feel like we've done dolphin races once before.
We have, they're very cute.
Casey-
Apparently the music is needs to be a little bit like 20, 30. All right.
Casey, do you want to come up here and host the dolphins, or you want to stay over there? All right, let's see these dolphins go, baby. Yeah. Move in. Oh, that is nice. All right, I can get behind these dolphins. And, not for nothing, but I don't know if we can call it bossa nova. Maybe it's a little bit more calypso. Maybe that's what we need. Oh, it wasn't the bossa nova. It was the, what do we have? The emoji race. All right, so the winner of this race, and I will say, these are some slow dolphins. They're kind of
These
these dolphins need a little keto, Atkins or something. Look, I'm not. I think I'm allowed to shame dolphins.
No.
No?
No.
Well, it's better than killing them.
Oh my God.
Stop. Wow, William Scott. Yeah. Just kidding. All right, William, you are going home with one of these sidekicks, sir. That will be sent to you along with the rest of your beacon order. And there go those dolphins again. No, I was interested. William held his own. Normally, the person in the front gets a little winded, but that dolphin really kind of stuck it out at the very end. Oh, Tammy, that's a very pretty dolphin. Oh my God. These are good dolphins. Remind me of the Swedish fish. Hey, R, what's your favorite Swedish fish friend? There's the turtle, the dolphin. Yeah. Oh, no, Mike! Wow! That sweet dolphin's gonna slay. Excellent job, sir. Mike, you will be getting one of those sidekicks sent to you as well. Keeping all of your comics nice, neat, organized, no flipping, no flopping, no breaks, no bends. Sir, that sidekick is coming to you. Excellent job, everybody. Mike, congratulations. Scott, congratulations. And thank you, everybody, for staying tuned, for hanging out with us today. I'm very happy that we got to talk to Paul Green. I apologize for the delay, but it still worked out. I had a great time, and I hope you did too. Thank you to David Wohl for hanging out with us, for helping us create the characters. Thank you, Kiera, for doing her typing. Thank you for Jake for doing his button pressing. Thank you to Casey for everything and anything, because you are a delight, and we love you so much. Throw yourself some confetti if you want. That's up to you. But, wait, there it is. All right. Good job, guys. Throw the whole bag down. That's Casey's confetti right there. All right. Anybody else? Rocking and rolling? All right. Thank you all for a wonderful stream. We hope that you have a good night. We hope that you have a good weekend. Thank you, as always, for your continued love and support. 18 years of Zenescope. I want to see it be 50 years Zenescope, 100 years Zenescope, 1,000 years Zenescope.
Well, I have my full comments. So.
Hold on, let me get the confetti again.
Aww.
There we go.
Yay.
I'll press the button. Ready? Pressing the button, shutting this off.
We end on confetti?
Yeah.
Right
Alright.
on you.
Right
Yeah.
now, Casey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yay, so let's go.
All right. Bye.